What is up, San Antonio Spurs fans and Toronto Raptors fans? Welcome to TSR Sports. And let me just start off by saying, happy birthday, Coyote. Had no idea. Yeah, I have no idea how old he is. I hate to say that as a Spurs fan. Didn't know his birthday. Anyway, thank you for stopping in. We'll be doing a live play-by-play, live scoreboard, hopefully a fun interactive chat. And I think Spurs fans are going to be torn on this game tonight because, on one hand, most of you want to see your team win. On the other hand, Toronto Raptors, the more they lose, the more they hurt their playoff chances, which could take away a first round pick from our San Antonio Spurs and defer it to next year. I'll be rooting for my team. I can't help it. Pop has tied Don Nelson for most regular season wins in the NBA all time. They went tonight to get the record, and I just want my team to win. I'm sorry, I'm not that give up, tank mentality. I just don't have it in me. Josue Martinez, let's go 76ers. Okay. Fair enough. King Jorge, good evening. Thanks for stopping in. If you all could hit the thumbs up, I would appreciate you. It's fast, free, fun, nutritious, and delicious. It does help the channel. And if you ain't down with that, I got 2 words for you. Chuck Norris. Psh, psh, psh. Now I got 3 words for you. Go Spurs, go. We're already losing. What? DeJounte Murray, last 5 games, 26.4 points per game, shooting 51% from the field, 9.4 boards, 9.4 dishes. Yeah, that's all-star DeJounte Murray. Excuse me, by the way. Keep myself in check there. Jeans, thank you for stopping in. Jax Cordy, hey, full-time Spurs fan, Patriots fan, Tracy Martin. I haven't talked to you guys since the Monday night game. A lot has happened, not in the NBA, but the NFL. Oh my goodness, Aaron Rodgers signs 4 years, $200 million, the greatest regular season quarterback of all time. You got Russell Wilson going to the Denver Broncos, and then a lesson learned by yours truly. Maybe you shouldn't delete videos just because they started off poorly after like 48 hours. I deleted a New York Giants video I did 2 weeks ago about them maybe going after Mitch Trubisky. Now the rumors are getting more rampant, and it looks like it might actually happen. And I was like, I was actually ahead of the curve. I did that video maybe before most Giants YouTubers did, and I deleted it, and now it might actually happen. And I could have said, look, I called it, and it doesn't matter now because the video's gone. Anyway, thank you all for being here. What, Giovanni? Oh, yes, Sir from the Six. Yes, he's a Raptors fan. That is correct. TYE. Gene, what are you doing? Why are you trolling in the chat? Lucas Hagen, channel member, thank you for stopping in. Appreciate you being here. Carl, what's going on? Let's get a win tonight. Sorry. I know Spurs fans some of them are going to want the Spurs to lose this game to keep the Raptors, that draft pick. Even if the Raptors somehow don't make the playoffs, we'll still have 2 first-round picks. I would prefer the 3. So I'm going to root for my team to win tonight. And then hopefully after this game, the Raptors go on like a 10-game winning streak and get into the playoffs and then immediately get knocked out of the playoffs. All good. I heard the 200M was a false claim. What you talking about, Willis? Benjamin Lynn, thank you for stopping in. I was watching one of your videos about the... all right, Giovanni. That's cool. I am a New York Giants fan, fortunately or unfortunately, depending on how you look at it. And that's where the channel, I'm really happy where the channel's at. Yes, I cover 2 losing teams primarily. My San Antonio Spurs, you can see in the background. Actually, I'm wearing a Giant shirt, Saquon Barkley, who might not even be a New York Giant next season. They're bad. One's been bad for 3 years, and one's been bad for 5. And I was like, you know what? It is what it is. I am who I am. I love these 2 teams, and I'm just going to cover them, and whatever happens, happens. All right, Pup, I did one, but I'll give you another one. Go Spurs, go! Yes. Oh, goodness. It's your boy Rico. Good call. Carson Wentz traded to the Washington whatevers. Washington whatevers. That would have been a great name because he changed their name all the time. The Washington whatevers. AB, thank you for stopping in. Gabriel, winning the Super Bowl went down. What? Washington's odds of winning the Super Bowl went down after they got Carson Wentz? Oh, really? That's actually pretty funny. Keto, thank you for stopping in. It's when you were talking about the NFL players for getting traded. The Giants players? I did a video on the Giants possibly getting traded. Some of the Giants players. Thanks for watching. Spurs fans, basketball fans, anybody that checks out the New York Giants content, I appreciate it because I definitely troll the Giants, and most of my Giants videos, for whatever reason, end with about a 60, 90-second rant just because I'm so frustrated with the team. So at the very least, that's enjoyable. I don't know. Yes, Kerm, let's have Pop get the all-time wins record tonight. I'd like to see that. Bobby, yeah, the NFL. I mean, what do we have till March 16th? Is it a week from today? March 16th, and then all this stuff is done, trades and cuts and this, that, and the other. So I gotta stay on my toes for New York Giants news if anything's big. Oh, no, Devontae Kaycock. My team sucks now. I hope Denver treats Russ well. Oh, Christian, are you a Seattle Seahawks fan? Ooh, gosh, I didn't even think of that. How that would affect Seattle fans. Yeah, I mean, your team's gonna starting lineup for the Raptors. Sorry, man. It is Van Fleet, Trent Jr., Barnes, Siakam, and Birch for the Spurs. I believe it will be our usual five. Everybody's back. Well, not everybody's back, but the starting lineup is back. Should be Jakob Poeltl, Kellen Johnson, Dunn McDermott, DeJounte Murray, and Devin Vassell for us. Let's get this first round pick. So you're rooting for the Spurs to lose tonight. I'm taking it. It kills. Good evening. It kills. I was thinking of you, by the way. You've also been coming here for a long time. So you also are going to get a wrench this week. Use it, don't abuse it. What TSR giveth, TSR can also taketh away. Welcome to the Wrench Gang, Wrench Mafia, whatever you want to call it, the Ranch Gang. I feel bad for laughing at that, but it is actually funny. If Wentz's arrival in Washington caused Joshua Primo's out tonight, by the way. Romeo Langford out. I think KBD's out. Devontae Kaycock's out. Why is Langford keep? Why can't that guy stay healthy? Maybe that's why Boston got rid of him. And yes, and don't forget, it's Coyote's birthday. We got to win on Coyote's birthday. And Pop's going for the all-time record tonight for most wins in the regular season. It's just got to win. 40 days into the NFL, 49 days. I'm excited. BRT, what's going on? Thank you for stopping in, channel member. Go Spurs, go to you. Yes, love being a 12, but this hurts. Rocio, vamos Spurs, vamos to you. What was the Spanish word for Spurs? Oh, I had it, and now I forgot it. Vamos Spurs, vamos, I can remember. Is stupid Van Fleet, and what Fred Van Fleet ever do to you? Yeah, he's playing. Phil, channel member, thank you for stopping in. Go, Rich, go. Okay, I'll take it. Yo, Jory Schultz, thank you for stopping in. Losing Wilson and Wagner. Yeah. You're welcome, it kills. You're welcome. I hope everybody's having a good week, despite what's happening, and I'm not going to politics whatsoever in this world, but obviously there's some stressful times for people. Things are getting very expensive. So wherever you are, hopefully you are well, hope you are safe, and hopefully the financial crisis that's happening and may get worse over time is not affecting you in any negative way. I'll leave it at that. So just positive vibes here. Romeo Langford Hammy. Espuelas? Did I say that right? Espuelas? Vamos, Espuelas, vamos. Mi español puñeta. What's up, Francisco? Thank you for stopping in. Ben Franklin, go Spurs, go. Still working out twice today, guys. Still working out. I mean, I know if I got to show the gun if I have one. Let's see if I have one. I've been working out, so I give you guys the update like once a month. How am I doing? Am I getting any bigger? A little bit? No? Maybe? I got nothing. My arms are long. Did you hear the Giants giving up their 5th and 7th pick for the Packers' 7th round? Why would troll me? Cowboy X Factor, good evening. Thank you for stopping in. Houston Oilers, thank you for being here. Oh, Van Fleet said the old F-bomb on Pop. Yeah, we'll just credit that to being young and a doofus. Scotty Barnes, Pascal Siakam, Kem Birch, Gary Trent Jr., Fred VanVleet for the Raptors, Kellen Johnson, Doug McDermott, Jakob Poeltl, Devin Vassell, DeJounte Murray for the Spurs. Jakob Poeltl, former Toronto Raptor, Kellen Johnson, picked him up because of the Raptors trade with Kawhi Leonard and DeMar DeRozan. You got Thaddeus Young on the bench for the Raptors, former Spur, who all of a sudden has become a three-point shooter in Toronto, but can't hit a free throw to save his life. I looked up his stats today. He's shooting like 50% from beyond the arc, but 29% from the free throw line. Junior, thank you for stopping in. Good evening. Hooligan Lil, thank you for stopping in as well. And have me thinking Ron Jambo is better than him. Cowboy X Factor, I love the fact you still reference Ron Jambo and Ricky Lombardo. I'm glad that somebody was a fan of them. Appreciate you. One set to muscular fair is all you need per muscle group. Trying to see Veronica. Thank you for stopping in. Go Spurs, go to you as well. Butterfly, there you are. Thank you for stopping in. We got a good crowd in here. Alrighty. Tudo, my man. Currently taking time off on vacation. Drops a $5 super chat. What's he got to say? He says, Salute, Rich. Drop by your office to pay our proper respects. And for all Giants fans around the world, slap all stinky boys losers out of door. Ow. Thank you for the super chat, man. Appreciate you. The players are on the court, and away we go. Spurs win the jump ball. Immediately, DeJounte Murray takes it into the paint and nails a layup for a 2-point Spurs lead. I'm pumped up tonight. RR210, they were stopping in. David, good evening. I'm not saying that name, Hooligan. You gotta be a little more sneaky with that. I know what that is. Come on now. And down the other end of the floor, Pascal Siakam in the paint misses the turnaround jumper right near the rim. And the Spurs will bring it back up the court. 2-0. Keldon Johnson open for three, takes a three, and ooh, that one had way too much on it. That shot was no good. Fred VanVleet brings it up for the Raptors, gets it into the paint, and almost a turnover. Nice save by Scotty Barnes. Back to VanVleet for a long three. Boink back rim, no good. Keldon Johnson with the rebound. Woo! 1 minute down, Spurs up 2-0. DeJounte to former Raptor Jakob Poeltl. Poeltl in the post. Gets double teamed. Back out to Doug McDermott for three. In and out burger. We had another super Tudo and another super chat. My man drops another $5. He says, "Have more time to work out. Have more time to work out. Get stronger and heal with all the bumps and bruises, and come back louder than ever with exclamations." You are awesome, man. Just keep destroying the opposition. Which was a death metal album, Destroying the Opposition, by a band name I don't want to say on my channel. With all due respect, I do know some of their music, but Destroy the Opposition. Let's do it. B-Town Breakdown. Thank you for stopping in, my man. Hopefully you're doing well. Welcome back. Finally, B-Town Breakdown is back on YouTube. We have a foul and 2 free throws coming up for Pascal Siakam as I'm just yapping away at the chat. But I love interacting with you guys. That's why I like doing this. But I got a game to call, so let's get to it. Pascal Siakam's first free throw was good, and the Raptors are on the board 2-1. For leg day, I only pump for 5 minutes roughly every 10 days. I've been working out twice a day, but different body parts. Like tomorrow, I will run in the morning and then bike in the afternoon. Today, I did abs in the morning, and then I lifted weights in the afternoon. So staying consistent, and with the cost of food going this way, it's going to be easy not to buy excess or junk because it's too darn expensive. Devin Vassell for a corner three off the back rim, no good. Another super chat. Oh my gosh, Tudo's going nuts tonight. He says, my agent's saying my price tag has gotten higher with the incident. Show up with true grits. That's what all the bigger teams are looking for. Yes, they are, man. Thank you for your support. You are just phenomenal. Can't wait to see you maybe in a Giant stream or two because, ladies and gentlemen, at Beantown Breakdown, you've always said build your channel the right way. And I don't know if you've seen my Giants content. It's finally starting to do well on the channel. And I'm going to call Giants games, actually call them this fall. Can't wait till that happens. Fred VanVleet gets fouled, going to the line for two. He's at the line for two, and he makes the first of two. It is 3-2. Yes, Thaddeus Young, Peter, is on the Toronto Raptors. So, yeah, Thaddeus Young, former Spur. Jakob Poeltl, former Raptor. Keldon Johnson, former Raptor draft pick. And, no? All right. DeJounte Murray off the pick and roll with Jakob Poeltl out to Devin Vassell. Devin's going to drive, pull up, and miss the jumper back rim. Spurs are ice cold from the floor to start this game, and Siakam's going to drive into the paint and throws up a layup. Our offense and defense struggle a little bit. Yeah, Phil, you know us. We get all the fouls, as in give them. Murray into the paint. Out to Devin Vassell. Vassell's going to take another open jumper. There you go, Devin. Needed a bucket. Spurs fans boo Fred as they should. I don't. Yeah, I've always been lean though, Ben. And at 44, I like being lean, and I'm just going for more tone than size at this point. I don't want to carry a lot of muscle at 44. Plus, I want to still be able to dunk this summer and show you guys a video of that. And that's turnover. Spurs turn the ball over. Ball's thrown out of bounds. A little miscommunication. I think Kellen was supposed to go this way. He went that way. I don't know what happened. 9:22 to go. Spurs down 6-4. Yeah, a home game. Can we get the win? My gosh, Tudo, what another super chat drops a $10 on my face, up my nose with a rubber hose. He says, my teammates want me at 4 a.m. sharp every morning as usual to lead them 2 miles uphill incline and 4 miles track and all the rest as usual, or they won't show to work as a protest to lead. That's a lot of working out and another bucket for the rat. Thank you, my man, for another super chat. That I have not done inclines uphill. I need to find a hill to run because that is a workout, my man. You got to do it. I love it, man. I love it. Thank you for your support, and you're funny, hilarious, and I know you are just working out like a machine. Colin Johnson for 3. Man, I know. I want to put up a video of me dunking, and I'm going to call it "White Men Can't Jump," or I guess I would call it "White Men Can Jump" because I'm 44 years old and definitely past my prime, and to still be able to throw it down would be cool. And now a turnover by the Raptors. Gary Trent Jr. lost the handle. The Raptors immediately get the ball right back. Fred VanVleet into the paint. Layup. Good. And timeout, Greg Popovich. No, we cannot afford to miss a million free throws. And Bobby, if the Raptors miss the playoffs, the Spurs lose their first round pick in the trade they had with Thaddeus Young. Bobby, what's your thought on a Beantown breakdown? Derek White so far. Looking at him statistically, he's actually playing worse for the Celtics than he has for the Spurs this year. His three-point shooting is phenomenally bad. That being said, it seems like the Celtics are winning more games than losing. So is he just at least making a difference? Even if it's not showing in the box score or in his statistics, is he making the team better in some way off the bench? Curious, because you watch the games I don't for the Celtics. He is Veronica. Tudo is on fire. He's a Giants fan. The craziest thing, you know how Tudo found my channel? I put a comment in one of Bad Dog Sports community notes about loving the Giants, something Giants related, and that's how you found my channel. And it just goes to show you, you never know how interacting with other channels can help your own channel. I'm really hoping the Giants content does good this year, or does well, should I say. So I'm really counting on you guys to, at least stop in for a minute or two, hit a thumbs up, drop a comment, even if it's a giant suck when I'm streaming. But I'm really going to need your support because that's a tough cookie. There's a lot of tons of much bigger Giants channels than me. Not necessarily subscriber wise, but just Giants subscribers. I don't think I even have 1,000 Giants subscribers yet. Might have 1,000. 750? I don't know. 10-4? How do you got 10-4? Are we down 10-4? Let me get back to the game, and I'll double check that, Kerm. He's not giving us much, but he's good in streaks. Well, that sounds like... Oh, the 3 was taken away? What? Oh! He was out of bounds? Fair, Oscar Jimenez. Oh, my goodness. They took the 3 away. He stepped out of bounds. He lining it. Romeo Langford is an enigma to me. He looked good Monday night. He had been injured or supposedly injured on every game leading up to Monday. Played and looked decent out there, and now he's hurt again. Hammy. So he played one game and he's hurt. I would like to get to 200 likes, Pup Squad, but we'll take it in shifts. If we can get to 50 thumbs up in the first quarter, get to 100 in the second, we're getting close to 50 in the first. So we just got to take it, one step at a time. And the game needs to stay close, and the Spurs need to win. Because when the Spurs lose, and if they're getting blown out, the streams tend to do worse. And when they're winning, they tend to do better. Remember when I said I'd kill you last? I lied. Oh no, I don't. Ben, I definitely. That's why I alternate stuff. I don't work the same muscle group in the same day or back to back. McDermott baseline 3, no good. And a fight for the board and a defensive foul on the Raptors. Dang, Kellen's 3 taken away. Yes, win it for Coyote, win it for Pop. It's Coyote's birthday. This guy, right here. His birthday. Happy birthday to you. Spurs ball after the foul 8 minutes ago. 10 on the shot clock. DeJounte Murray back to Kelvin for another 3. This one is not good. So it goes for our Spurs. Van Fleet fires a quick three. That one's no good either. And Kellen Johnson will get the board, get it to DeJounte Murray, who'll bring it up the court for San Antonio. Really struggling offensively. 4 points in over 4 minutes. Wow. I just realized that's really bad. Devin Vassell out to Kellen. Kellen's going to drive into the paint. Takes it into the paint. Throws up the layup. No good. Lots of contact. Kellen Johnson down. Back up. Jakob Poeltl with the offensive board and put back. Our offense needs to wake up, like, right now. Langford's injured. Yeah, Beantown, he sure is injury prone. Dude can't stay healthy. 10 to 6, 7-11 to go, open 24-7. Nice drive in the paint by Trent Jr. The ball rolls around the rim and falls off. Shot's no good. McDermott pulls up for three. Jeez, this is some bad shooting. Scotty Barnes, one-on-one with Doug McDermott. Launches it out to Trent. Back to you, Fred VanVleet for three. That's no good. It's like watching the WNBA. Sorry, I went there. McDermott's going to drive, throws up a layup and gets rejected. We might have a goaltend. Or foul. Goaltend. But your muscle ability can only be as wide as your lung to function. I hope you're right, Ben. I hope you're right. I'm going to keep at it. Chris Lightsey, channel member, thank you for stopping in. My boss, who's not a Spurs fan, argues with me that White was the Spurs' best player. Maybe at one time, not anymore. Derek White has lost something. I don't know if all the injuries have hurt him. Scotty Barnes with a bucket in the paint, 12-8. Good evening, Mars. Yeah, early Jesus sandal. Clutch, thank you for stopping in and for the info. Devin Vassell over to Jakob Poeltl. Jakob back to DeJounte, thinks about a baseline three, pulls it down, gets it back to Jakob. Jakob will drive in the paint, and a very off-balance runner is good. All right, Jakob. Spurs have the Jazz Friday night. I will be live for that game. They also play the Pacers Saturday night. I'm taking that night off. I don't like to do back-to-backs to save my voice, as I am a singer, and pretend I'm a singer at least. Fred VanVleet, airball three! Out of bounds, Spurs ball. This is some oogly offense. Good gosh. Gobbledygooker. Go Pop. That's right. Can it be that on Coyote's birthday I got a wrench from my boy Rich and Spurs get popped? They all say, wow, that'd be the triple threat. It comes in threes, it kills. Pop gets the record, Coyote's birthday, and you get a wrench. There you go. I know you missed it, Bobby. I'm glad you're feeling good enough to do that, and I'm sure you'll be doing full games. I noticed YouTube's boning on the algorithms, which classic YouTube sucks. Is that you can't take time off. Like it's ridiculous. Like you get penalized for taking time off here. Trey Jones in the game misses his first shot. It is Raptors ball at 5:15 to go. Pascal Siakam one-on-one with Devin Vassell, driving him back to the post, and we'll pass it off. And that jumper is good by Kem Birch, who that's the first time I think I've said his name tonight. Magic are beating the Pelicans. It's good for the Spurs, I guess. Lonnie Walker's in the game, gets into the paint, throws up a ridiculous shot, doesn't go in. Foul, going to the line for two. Nice to see Lonnie come out, and his first shot of the game is something aggressive where he's driving to the rim. How many more games do I think Pop will win? It depends if he plays next year or coaches. I have no idea what he's going to do. I really don't. James, yeah, I agree. Mason Pop has tied the record for most regular season wins, 1,335 with Don Nelson. A win tonight would break the record, which would be apropos on Coyote's birthday. Good evening, hey Ofa. Go Spurs, go to you. 4:55 to go in a low-scoring affair, 14-11. Not really a good defensive game, just a bad offensive game. And speaking of bad offense, how about bad free throw shooting? The Spurs free throw shooting has been abysmal as of late, and Lonnie goes 1 for 2 from the line. Free throw shooting so bad it's actually cost us a game against the Kings. Fred VanVleet into the paint, pull-up jumper, good. I think 2 out of the last 3 Spurs games are shooting about 50% from the line, which is just unacceptable for an NBA team. Jay Rich sighting has checked into the game. Quick turnover of the Spurs. I think that was Jakob with the turnover. Fast break for the Raptors. And, yep, Gary Trent Jr. with the dunk. The Spurs are now down by 7 with 4:20 to go. Smoke them if you got them. Zach Collins getting ready to check in. Jay Rich guarded by Fred VanVleet. Over to Kelvin. He's going to take another corner three. That one's good. Kellen's only 1 of 3 from the arc. He should be 2 of 4, but he apparently stepped out of bounds on his second 3 attempt of the night. Fred VanVleet into the paint. Gets rejected by Jay Rich, but the putback by... the putback is good. Who dat? Chris Boucher. And 1. When do you think Pop will get into the Hall of Fame? I think he has to retire first. I hope Coach Pop comes back next year. I would love Manu to take over. Yes, Oscar. He's got to stay aggressive. Got to stay aggressive. Aggro Lonnie, much better than passive Lonnie. Wow, the Rockets are beating the Lakers? 55-52? Okay. I doubt it'll stay like that, but if it does, wow. The Rockets are one of the worst teams in the NBA. Of course, some people would say the Spurs are one of the worst teams in the NBA, and we just recently beat them. Zach Collins over to Lonnie Walker. Lonnie back to Kelman, thinks about a 3, pulls it down, drives into the paint, and runs right back out and runs right back in. Pull up hook shot. It's good. All right, that's a different one, Keldon. I don't get it either, Chris. The free throw shooting has been exceptionally poor. I don't know what's going on. Pascal Siakam drives to the paint on Jay Rich, throws it up, and in. Runner's good, 23-16. Get this win for Pop and Coyote. Keldon's going to drive and goes for a dunk, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds. I like the aggressiveness. 23-16. Spurs down by 7 to start the first quarter. Yeah, Keldon got blocked from behind. Nice defense by Precious Achiuwa. I don't know if I'm saying his name right. I don't know what's going to happen with Doug. I don't like him as our start. Oh, there's a foul on the play. Keldon at the line for 2. You might be right, J Money. Jose, I don't know. Oh, okay, Greg. That's fair. I did not know that. No glazing bacon and Devontae Kaycock, KBD Romeo fan. Longest channel name on my subscriber list. I don't know. They should. The grandma shot also is known on. 3 minutes to go. Spurs down by 5. Raptors up by 5. That pull-up jumper is good. And that was Trent Jr. with another bucket. Murray, pick and roll. Stops, pops, boink, no good. Standing-wise, is this the worst, Arjun, the worst season ever? The year Robinson was hurt, I think they went 20-62. That 3's no good by Siakam. The rebound, Wolf, offensive board for the, they turned it over, never mind. Spurs on the run. DeJounte gets it up the court, over to Lonnie Walker. Walker in the paint, throws up the layup, and it's good. The worst Spurs team of all time. We'll have to look that up record-wise in between the first and second quarter, but I think the David Robinson list. Oh, I guess we can check now. Spurs win. They must. Hope you return. Atua. Nice. I said you did it, Veronica. Let's take a look at the San Antonio Spurs on Basketball Reference and what their worst season was. Their worst season since I've been a fan is definitely 96-97. That's the year Pop took over. All right, winning percentage-wise, they have a 38% winning percentage right now, 25-40. So they already have more wins than that 06 team, I think, or 96. Let's just skip by the whole. I was right. 96-97. The Spurs were 20-62. They finished 6 out of 7th, and that's a 24% winning percentage. Did they ever have less than 20 wins? 88-89. The year before David Robinson showed up, they were 21-61. They were 5th out of 6. And yep, that is the worst season. 96-97, when David Robinson only played 6 games, the Spurs went 20-62. Bob Hill was coach for 18 games. He went 3-15. Anybody remember him? Greg Popovich was 17-47. Our top win share player on that roster was Will Perdue. The previous years, it's all David Robinson, and then the following season it's David Robinson, and then it's all Tim Duncan. Although Tim, you know what? It's mostly Duncan. Ginobili shows up a few times. Parker shows up a few times, and Kawhi shows up, of course, and after that it's Aldridge and DeRozan, and then Murray this year. Yeah, I had a feeling 96-97 Spurs, 20 and 62. That was a nightmare of a year. I mean, that team was David Robinson. That was it. There was no big three, there was no big two. There was David and some role players, and I liked a lot of the role players. Sean Elliott was really good, but at that point in his career, he was having a lot of issues physically. Uh, you're welcome, Arjun. What's up, Rose City King? Thank you for stopping in. You know David Robinson from that roster. 96-97, Sean Elliott was there. Dominique Wilkins played for the Spurs that year. Will Perdue, I just mentioned. Who's the worst player on the Spurs roster, opinion stats-wise, right now? Yep, Will Perdue, former NBA, three-time NBA champion, I think, with the Chicago Bulls. The worst player on a roster. I don't really like saying worst player. Why don't we say least likely to get playing time? It was Drew Eubanks before he was traded, probably. Now, gosh, I don't know. We have so many young guys. I don't know. That's tough. Least likely to get minutes. I mean, Romeo Langford's least likely to get minutes just based on his constant injuries. That's going to be a foul on the Spurs as Trent Jr. looks like he's going to line for two with 2:02 left. Foul on Trey Jones. Vinny Del Negro's on that team. If Avery Johnson was there, I couldn't remember Kerr. Nastarovich? Who's that? I forgot who that is. Yeah, I'm trying to be nice. Least likely to get playing time. I don't know. Go Spurs, go is right, but we need to wake up. We're down 7 points in the first quarter, 2 minutes ago. Zach Collins, jury's still out because he hadn't played basketball in almost 2 years, but he has been a walking turnover at times. Murray with the ball in the paint, really putting a lot of moves on, throws it up, no good. Fouled going to the line for two. The Raptors are in the bonus. The Spurs are getting close to it. Andrew, good evening. Thank you for stopping in. YouTube's flashing all these weird things up there. The audio stream's current bitrate is lower. Whatever. Get off my screen. Playmaker Guido with the super chat. Bam! The $2 says Doc Rivers also played for the Spurs in the 90s. What year did he play? Because I don't remember that. Murray's first free throw was good. Ooh, Jacques Landale. I thought somebody might put him in there. He has been up and down this year. He's least likely to get minutes. That's actually Devontae Kaycox on that least likely to get minutes. Joe Wieskamp. Not saying the worst player. I just least likely to get minutes, which you could take that as for what you will. 27-22. Both teams are in the bonus with a minute 40 to go. It is a Raptors ball. Siakam gets it into the paint. And back to Siakam, takes a three, and he makes the three. Oh, boy. Romeo willing to injure himself. Astana, what's going on? Thank you for stopping in. Exactly, Alex. They're in the NBA. Something I would just only dream of doing. Murray into the paint. Slices and dices the Raptors defense for a layup. I would love to be in the NBA, even if I was on the bench and played 5 seconds a game. What do you want me to do, coach? All right, you get in there. Go clothesline number 11. Got it. Now you get thrown out of the game. And another whistle and offensive foul, apparently on the Raptors. Precious Achiuwa. Okay, 58 seconds ago. He was getting rid of me too. That Lucas Samanic. That's probably one of the more recent disappointing draft picks we've had. That's just I had high hopes for and nothing to show for it. 2 years of just sandwiches. Murray pull-up jumper. Rattles in and out and in. 4-point game. They are good compared to. That's true, John. That's right, Veronica. I'm slicing and dicing. Do I have an NBA dream? Well, I'm too old. There's no chance. Way too old. Nice jump hook by Thaddeus Young's in the game. Holy moly. I was looking, I was like, wait a minute, I recognize him. Thad is in the game. Both teams in the bonus 20 seconds ago, 32-26, and Thaddeus Young scoring against his old team. Murray over to Lonnie. Lonnie thinks about a three, takes a three, and makes a three. If you only knew the power of the dark side. Happy I can. Siakam gets into the paint. Jumper good. Wow, we haven't been able to stop him. Oh, 1.5 seconds to go. And Trey Jones will just throw it up and nothing. 5-point game. As we'll head off to quarter number 2. Spurs offense picked up at the end, but as usual, the Spurs have no defense. Anybody? I don't know how old Coyote is. Samanic was so hyped up that I did make unleashed a sandwich. How'd that work out? Not too good. We didn't unleash the sandwich. We released the sandwich, as in he's gone. Anybody know what's going on with Samanic these days? I know he's playing for the Knicks G League team. Has he been called up with New York, or is he in G League HELL, or is he injured? I have no idea what's happening with Lucas Samanic. If anybody knows, please let me know. We do need some stops. Do you ever think you would have been a coach? No. Spurs defense, I mean, Pot's looking at the score too. Like, where's our defense? Job of the Hut. I don't know. Somebody does. He speaks in gibberish. Job of the Hut. I don't. I'm just trying to think of what he mumbles. It's not intelligible. I don't know. Swiss cheese defense. That is sandwiches hurt. Oh, I didn't know that. Samanic is working part time. He might be. He just might be. How many wins does Pop need before becoming tonight, Arjun? He's tied. He needs tonight, which is why it'd be really cool to have him win it at home on Cody's birthday. But wasn't Jabba pretty good? Jar Jar? Oh, good. You've been giving him my music? All right. A lot of these voices are in my music too. Maybe just with a lot more aggression to them. But Jar Jar Binks. I know he says Misa thinks a lot. Misa think. I only know he says Misa thinks, but I've seen episode 1 multiple times. I know he does the like that, or no, it's the big chunky guy. Chunky. I forgot the guy. What's Jar Jar's race? Oh my goodness. Gungan, the big chubby Gungan at the beginning. He does all the. I don't know his name either. Anyway, back to the second quarter. And a drive and another bucket in the paint. The Spurs have had no defense whatsoever at all. As Delano Banton, I think of who that was, that just went into the paint. But that's okay. We just got a 3. Lonnie Walker, the force is strong with this one. After one bad game, he seems to be back in how Lonnie got his groove back. I'm just going to stop before I embarrass myself even more. Lonnie has 9 points. All of his buckets are threes. I think Blockov's not there. Zach Collins just got maybe a partial block. Back to Lonnie, about to take another 3. Pulled it down at the last second. Gets it to Doug McDermott running in the paint. Bucket! Oh, it's waved off. Offensive foul. I was going to say bucket and 1. Offensive foul. Can you intimate Deadpool saying Jimmy? I don't know Deadpool's voice. Dude, your job was the best I've ever heard, honestly. Oh, really? What's up, Troy? Thank you for stopping in. I was just winging it. I don't know. I have never tried to do Ryan Reynolds' voice. I would have to hear him and try to emulate it. And Thad in the paint misses the little runner, and Spurs ball trying to cut this lead down even more. Lonnie takes a quick 3. No good. Can't make them all. Kristen Press song, favorite one so far. Jacob, what's going on? Awesome. Fred VanVleet for 3. Kristen, pray us. Something like that. I'm a little off key. Not off key in the song, or maybe I am. I don't know. I think I'm in drop. Am I in drop D tune? No, I'm in standard tuning for that. McDermott drives baseline out to Lonnie. Lonnie's going to launch another three. Misses that one too. Firing with confidence. You know, I guess I'd rather have him launch the shots than not shoot at all. That three is no good for Chris Boucher. Team just launching bricks, building a house in there. Josh Richardson, he's going to take a three. They'll make the three. Jay Rich for three. Nice, Jacob.
Hey, Shaq. Oh, thank you for being here. You have 35 left to go in the game. This game was a game GG Center, Fred Van Fleet. That's good. I wish I had bologna on my head.
All right, there you go. I don't know. Do the Spurs need to see the game? All right. The game. Boop. Boop. All right. Nate, now what's going on? Thank you for stopping in, channel member. And yes, Zach Collins, been a little bit of disappointment. That's another missed three. I didn't see who shot that for the Spurs. I was saying hi to Ning Nian, but man, Zach, I would agree. I didn't expect a lot this year. Fred VanVleet into the paint, throws up a layup and no good, gets fouled, going to the line for two. With him being out of basketball for 2 years, we really should have tempered our expectations. I think the foul's on Lonnie. And Lonnie coming out, maybe? Dude, you should do stand-up just to... Man, what people don't realize, man, they don't know what they're missing here. Yeah, I'm calling basketball games, but there's a little more here with TSR Sports. Raptors' last 10 games, their offense has been terrible. It says they won 9 of their last 10. That's not right. Aren't the Raptors on a 3-game losing streak? Both free throws good. Yep, the old boop boop. Kyle, good evening. Rockets are winning. Yeah, keep me posted on that game. I can't believe they're winning. McDermott into the paint. No good. Rejected. Going the line for two. Jay Rich launched another three after the shot and made it. Fouls on Thaddeus Young, former San Antonio Spur, for half a season. We're getting close to 100 thumbs up, my friends. Would love to see 100 before the first half is over. Fast, free, fun, nutritious, and delicious. Really none of the above except for being free. Dougie's three ball has been yeah, Phil. I will be look, I'm transparent on this channel. I hate it when I have to do my recaps and say a player played bad, but Dougie's definitely, I'm not on my scoreboard. He's been struggling. Definitely been struggling. Drake is killing us right now. The most consistently sports stream YouTube. Wish you could. Ben, if the Giants play the Bears, I'll call it. I am going to call football this year for the Giants games that are televised. Not all of them are, so I'll call what I can. I love the team. I'll be calling the Giants versus Cowboys, Giants versus Eagles, Giants versus whatever Washington's calling himself on that day. Fred VanVleet running all around, gets fouled by Zach Collins. Little pump fake got Collins off his feet, and that's probably 2 more free throws. Yes, it is. Ryder, Dougie, I know you like him. He's been off a little bit lately. Dougie in a slumpy. Nice. I like that. Fred's first free throw is good. Doug to make all his free throws, and making all your free throws these days feels like an accomplishment for the San Antonio Spurs because their VanVleet has 16 points already. Make that 17. Fred VanVleet is lighting us up. If we could find a way to shut him down, it'd be a much closer score, I'll tell you that. Murray's going to pull up for 3. DeJounte is such a weird, streaky shooter. Sometimes he looks like a horrible three-point shooter, and then he'll just run up and launch a quick one, and he looks like Steph Curry for like 5 seconds. It is a Raptors ball. And I didn't see who shot that as I looked away for a second. Ball's going to go out of bounds, and it'll be Spurs ball. I saw Scotty Barnes with the ball. I don't think he took the shot. You'll call him at... No, I'll call him all year, Jesse. Joshua Primo's out tonight, Troy. He's been playing fairly well. Jock Landale, up and down. He's not getting minutes. Kyle Russ in Denver. Denver gave up a lot. So they're, much like the Rams did last season, they're in win now mode. If they don't win this year or next year, they're going to be in some trouble. Kind of like the Lakers are in win now mode, except the Lakers are just terrible. McDermott for 3. There you go, Dougie. Slumpy Dougie. Now, Jesse, I'll still call them. I mean, the Spurs are losing, aren't they? I'm still here. I don't think the Giants will be 0-10. I think at least 1-9. And almost a turnover, and it's going to be a scramble for the ball, and we're going to have a jump ball. Devin Vassell and Fred VanVleet. I see the future. The Giants beat the Cowboys 37-7. I would be going nuts if that happens. Lakers, I saw that stat too. The Lakers have no wins back to back since January 8th. Is that the biggest bust of all time in the NBA? Like for a team that was assembled to win a championship and expected to make at worst the Western Conference Finals, and now they're struggling to make the playoffs. Kelvin's going to take a three. In-N-Out burger. I hate In-N-Out burgers on the basketball court. VanVleet's going to launch a three. That's an air ball. Raptors get the ball back. VanVleet with the ball again in the paint and throws it out of bounds. All right. Tatum dropped 44. I don't want Carson Wentz, Jesse. I don't want Mitch Trubisky either. I like what you're saying, R210. I like what you're saying with that. Murray pull-up jumper. Tie game! 45 all, 7:15 to go. It is Raptors ball. Thaddeus Young out 3-point lane, guarded by Doug. Throws a bullet pass into the paint, and we're going to have a foul on Scotty Barnes. He'll go on the line for two. That's fair. Blame La GM. LeBron James had a lot to do with that team being assembled. He's getting criticism from fans, but it doesn't seem like I don't know who I was watching. I was watching something on ESPN, which I shouldn't have because ESPN's been terrible. First free throw was good for Kem Birch is at the line. Excuse me, for two. Kem Birch at the line for two. First free throw is good. And they'll like criticize the GM and the coach of the Lakers, but they're not criticizing LeBron for being a big part of why that team, not by his play, but influencing who came to that team. I don't want to speak that to existence. I'll probably just do a short on that, raging, because now we'll have the two most made fun of quarterbacks in the last 3 years in the NFL: Daniel Jones and Mitch Trubisky. Be the laughing stock of the NFL. Keldon with the ball in 3-point land. 12 seconds on the clock. Over to Devin Vassell. Back to Jakob Poeltl. Jakob starts to drive. 6 seconds. Over to Devin Vassell again. Pick and roll with Devin. Clock's running out. Back to Dougie. Dougie's going to turn the ball over. And actually just going to be a shot clock violation as the ball's nobody had complete possession of it when the clock expired. At least the Lakers super team of Shaq, Kobe, Gary Payton, and Karl Malone made the playoffs. I think we have a timeout. This Lakers team will make the play-in, no doubt. They should make the playoffs. A fully healthy Warriors team or Suns team, because I think the Lakers are going to be the 8th or 7th seed at best. I can't see them beating them. I mean, who knows? The Memphis Grizzlies might be up there at that point. Knicks dominating Dallas? Really? Cluster 7? Huh. No, I don't think Mike Lennon's going to be on the team next year. I think he's gone, Kyle, as he should be. He's terrible. I don't know what the Spurs are going to do with Josh Richardson. I don't know what they're going to do with all the. I have no idea. This is one of the craziest years for me to just not have a clue. Trubisky is awful. Total bust for the Bears. Hope he does better for the rest of his career. That's fair. Hello, Brian Dable spoke highly of him in an interview I read a couple of weeks ago. Worst case scenario, he comes to the Giants and he's a backup and stinks and he leaves. Best case scenario, he shocks the world and becomes a legit NFL starting quarterback. That is correct, JoJo San Diego. If the Spurs win tonight, Greg Popovich will have the all-time record for most wins regular season by an NBA coach, which would be nice. And it's Coyote's birthday. By the way, speaking of Coyote, go Spurs, go! I'm doing good, Father of Jesus. Thank you for your. That's fine. Hey, everybody's welcome here. Spurs fans. Obviously, I'm a Spurs channel, but Raptor fans are welcome. Lakers fans, Warriors fans, Knicks fans, everybody except for Red Sox fans. They're welcome to. LJ Trey Jones has actually been playing well. I've been critical of him, but looking at him, at least statistically, he's played fairly well. The plus minus has been good with him out there. He's not turned the ball over. Uh, but the second unit has been struggling. Zach has been struggling. I don't like Doug in the starting lineup. I've been saying that all year. It's not that I don't like Doug McDermott and don't think he can contribute to this team. I like him better coming off the bench and being a scorer. This team needs size. And some people have commented, it doesn't matter at the NBA. NBA, there's no, you don't need two big guys out there. We're getting crushed on the boards every night by teams that are bigger than us. So clearly we need size at the four. I'm not saying we need size at the 1, 2, 3. We need size at the four. You're welcome, Biggie Smalls. Thank you. Or St. D. Romeo and Primo and Kaycox. They're all hurt, King J. They're all out tonight. None of them are playing tonight. Too small is right, LJ. Some people say, you're crazy, TSR. NBA is not like that today. I'm like, I'm not asking for the Twin Towers. I'm asking for a 6'9" power forward. Just some more size out there. Somebody else that can get us 9 or 10 boards a game. DeJounte Murray should not be our second leading rebounder. And I think he's actually getting close to Jakob because Jakob's rebounds have been going down. Siakam pull-up jumper over KJ is good. 49-45, 6:15 to go. Landell's not going to see any time, LJ, tonight. Keldon Johnson drives into the paint. The little jumper is going to bounce around a couple times and bounce in. To get Eric Coleman a call. I don't really know enough about I don't know anything about him at Kills, to be honest with you. Fred VanVleet will get over Gary Trent Jr. He's going to launch a three. He's going to miss that three, but get the ball back and take another three and make it. And remember what I was just saying about rebounding? That was a long rebound, but still, the Spurs give up a ton of second chance opportunities, and you can't keep doing that and expect to win games, which we haven't been. Dougie almost loses the ball, sprints to the backcourt, get it back. It was deflected by a Raptor. It's Spurs ball. DeJounte in the post, pull-up jumper off the glass. Good. A little bank shot. Tim Duncan. I don't want DeAndre Ayton for max money. I don't. I'm sorry. Not for max contract, which would be what, 30, 32 million based on his tenure in the league? I think something like that. And that's turnover for the Raptors. Devin Vassell will get up the court and immediately fouled by Fred VanVleet. When Mitch Trubisky was drafted in 2017, all I said was that he's ceiling his quarterback is on the level of a Jeff Hostetler. One big difference. One of those is a Super Bowl winning quarterback. Granted, he didn't start the whole season, but he came in and did the improbable and came in for Phil Simms back in 1990 and won a Super Bowl. Mitch Trubisky to this day has not gotten one, nor has he been in a Super Bowl. Bulls win and Celtics win. All right. Bulls were on a losing streak for a while. Lonnie Walker with the ball over to DeJounte Murray. Spurs got 3 guards on the floor: DeJounte, Lonnie, and Devin. You could say Devin could be being a wing, could be a 3, and Keldon playing the 4, which also shows how small we are. Yeah, Rose, I've talked about that in a few streams. Sean Elliott's mentioned it a lot too. The fast break foul is just really ugh. Devin Vassell, wide open baseline 3. Nothing. 52-49. But the turnover and immediate foul is just really, it slows the game down. And the fast break is one of the most exciting plays in the NBA. Let him play. Scotty Barnes no good. Jakob Poeltl with the rebound. Keldon will bring it up for San Antonio. Nope, he'll get it to DeJounte instead. I fooled you. Murray into the paint. Jumper in and out. I don't bet on any games, EJ. Jacob, Denver gave up a lot for Russell Wilson. If they don't win a Super Bowl this season or next season, it's probably going to be a bust trade. Dwight Howard? Dwight Howard's like 37, isn't he? Arjun? Not at this point in his career. He's got to be like 37. I think he's LeBron James' age. 36, 37, 38, somewhere around there. Siakam drives. No good. Keldon with the rebound. He'll bring it up. Keldon rocking the high socks again tonight. Back over to Trey Jones, who's checked back in for DeJounte. Lonnie Walker Pull-up jumper. Good. All right, 1-point game. 3:45 to go. Matthew, I'm watching it on the NBA Team Pass. Ace Jude, thank you for stopping in. Appreciate you all being here tonight. Greg Popovich, if the Spurs win tonight, will have the most records all time in the NBA for the regular season. And it's Coyote's birthday. A win would be nice. Siakam into the paint. We'll pass it back out. That three-point attempt is a total brick. Offensive board for the Raptors, and that shot is also no good. That was Delano Baton with back-to-back misses. It is Spurs ball. Keldon going to take off into the paint in traffic, loses the ball, out of bounds. Spurs ball, 3:11 to go. Pup squad 37. Oh, Dwight Howard's 37. Johnny Murray's playing decent tonight. I know Jones is short, but I mean, it is what it is. If he can find a 3-point shot, obviously that would help exponentially. Keldon drives again into the paint, stops, pops, throws it off the glass, no good. Fouled, going to the line for 2. Almost a 3-point chance there for Keldon. Nice 36. Okay. No, Matthew, I'm in Connecticut. So I buy the NBA Team Pass and watch my Spurs living in Connecticut. So a lot of people assume I'm living in Texas, which I get it. I'm a San Antonio Spurs fan, but I'm also a New York Giants fan, and that's the Giants. Tied game. Keldon makes a free throw, 3:05 to go. Growing up in New England, the Giants were my team. I didn't care about the Patriots. Still don't care about the Patriots, even though they've done better in the last 20 years than my Giants. But my Giants did beat them twice in the Super Bowl. So, saying. Timeout Raptors. Spurs up by 1. That was a grown man move by Keldon. Nice. All right, Spurs up by 1. We'll take it. I know some Spurs fans want us to lose because of the draft pick. I don't have it in me. And even if the Raptors don't make the playoffs, we'll still have 2 first-round picks. But obviously, I would prefer 3 first-round picks. So hopefully the Raptors win their next 10 games after this. But they have lost, I think, like 3 in a row. So they are trending. They're Gary Trenting in the wrong direction. Jacob, what made me a San Antonio Spurs fan? Right there. Discovered David Robinson the end of 1990 or very early 91. I honestly don't remember, and been a Spurs fan since. A Calvin channel member, thank you for being here. And yes, the Lakers are losing to the worst team in the West. I like it. I work with a Giants fan and he's super annoying. I'm not annoying, though. I'm a cool Giants fan. I'm the type of Giants fan that felt bad when Dak Prescott broke his leg and said, wish him best of luck. I'm a good Giants fan. I'm a good sports fan. Now, will I root for the Cowboys to lose? Yes. Will I root for a Cowboys player to get injured? No. I want us to win this, but still miss the play. I hear you, Rose City. I hear you. No sense in losing for draft picks if you're going to well. That's true too. I agree, Big Sean. We need a legit power forward. I know Dougie's got some fans. I want a. It seems like Keegan Murray might be the best power forward available if we pick around 8th in this year's draft. Of course, could magic happen and could the Spurs get a top 3 pick? I'll go nuts if we get a top 3 pick. I will be live for the draft order release, whenever that is, in June. I think it's during the NBA playoffs when they announce who's picking when. Me too, Phil. It's crazy because the Spurs losing, I've only covered the Spurs as a losing organization. So how people come into my channel and go, bandwagon Spurs fan, I'm like, I've been doing YouTube for this channel for 3 years. The Spurs have had a losing season every year. I don't think you understand what the word bandwagon means, my friend. I don't know how many points anybody has Roblox. I will, at halftime, go over the stats for both teams. I try to be a cool guy, Ernie. What happens when the Spurs pick of the Raptors don't make the playoffs? It defers to next year. So right now it's a protected 1 through 14. If the Raptors miss the playoffs, then that pick would transfer over to next year, and I believe it's a protected 1 through 13. And then if they miss the playoffs again and have a pick 1 through 13, then it becomes a second-round pick the following season. The Celtics, our first-round pick we have from you is protected 1 through 4. You guys would need to lose out for us to not have that pick. So I think we're okay with the Celtics. Sersky, I will go insane in the membrane. Fred VanVleet into the paint, throws it up high, no good. And Jakob Poeltl with the rebound. The shot clock was expiring for Toronto. Spurs on the run. Lonnie just going to run some laps right now and get over to Trey Jones. 2.5 minutes to go. Jones over to KJ. KJ is going to drive into the paint. Goes by everybody and gets a layup. Spurs up by 3. I think that's their biggest lead of the game. We'll take that. 55-52. Pascal Siakam standing on the Spurs logo, being a little disrespectful. No, I'm just kidding. He starts to drive, throws it back out to VanVleet for 3. VanVleet pulls the 3 down and gets fouled by Keldon. Lakers may be league's the worst in the West, but you can bet they'll be televising that garbage on ESPN. That's a good point. Round 1, Phil. Just round 1. I will stick with, just round 1. I mean, I know we're going to draft somebody in the second round, maybe 2 people. We'll see. Maybe I'll stick around for the whole thing. It depends how many picks we have in the second round. I mean, I won't know who anybody is in the second round. Fred VanVleet misses the free throw. To be transparent, I know the top picks in the top, 15-ish, top 20. After that, I don't know who anybody is. I'll be honest. So we'll see. I might just do the first round. Fred VanVleet makes a second free throw. You're welcome at Kills. Yeah, I think a lot of Spurs fans might not know how that trade worked out. I did a little research on it and feel I should know how to explain that if Spurs fans ask. Poeltl with the ball starts to drive back out to Trey Jones. Jones pull-up jumper is good. A little confusing. Gary Trent, Trey, I don't know. The names all of a sudden crossed up in my head for a second. Yes, Danny Morales, yes, draft a big man. I will throw something if they draft a guard. I don't know what. I'm going to have something soft and squishy near me because I'm going to throw something if they draft a guard. I will be livid. I don't like getting angry on my streams, but offensive foul on the Raptors. Right, Jacob? I almost said Jakob. Jacob, first rebuild in decades. Some would say century, millennium, and people are like crapping on our team. Zach, what's up? Yes, Sirski, probably. I think all the playoff games are televised. Trey Jones sprinted to the paint going baseline, and not the best pass to Keldon, who couldn't keep a handle on it, and that's turnover. Poeltl, we need your threes. Not yet. It's not the end of the half yet. No, a top 10 pick is not going to the G League. I'm saying it right now. If we draft like 8th and the Spurs send it to the G League, we'll be the laughing stocks in the NBA. That 3-point attempt is no good for the Raptors. It is Spurs ball as Trey Jones will get it to Keldon. Keldon's going to take off and gets fouled. Keldon very aggressive tonight. We going to draft DJ's brother? They're not related, are they? Keegan Murray? I know they have the same last name. They're not related in any way, are they? Non-shooting foul. I hope we can close the half, Chris. They don't draft anything but a center first. They clear center or power forward, Bobby. Power forward, probably the biggest need. Jakob Poeltl is good enough as he turns the ball over. Of course, I'm talking about Jakob, but power 4 or 5. Siakam down the other end with the layup. I like our 1, 2, 3. DeJounte Murray, Devin Vassell, Keldon Johnson. I still think there's a lot of potential with that 3. But 4 and 5, I don't know about. Murray for 3. In and out. Jakob Poeltl with the rebound and put back. There you go, Jakob. Show him you're a tiger. Show him what you can do. The taste of frosted flakes brings out the tiger in you. I don't know what I'm doing. Kellogg's, please don't sue me for copyright. Fred VanVleet, one-on-one with Jakob Poeltl. Takes a mile-long 3 and makes it. Wow. That was a confident shot. That took some big grapefruits, and he made it. 59-58. Murray, 6 on the game clock, spins around to the paint, gets it to Keldon. Keldon with the layup. 2.5 seconds left for the Raptors. My nose is itching. Dang it. Richie with the itching. VanVleet gets up the court, throws it straight up in the air, and got triple teamed at the end. Spurs with the lead. We got a lead. 61-58. I'll take that. He didn't even put his hand up. He is 7 feet. I know. Do you think Josh and Romy are good additions to the team? What took so long for Josh? Josh J. Rich, I don't know what's going on with him, Zach, and I don't know enough about him. Seems like he's a decent 3D player and could help us off the bench and give us some veteran, veteran because a lot of our guys are so young. Romeo Langford has been hurt all season with the Celtics, from what I hear. Comes to the Spurs, been hurt with them, plays one game, looks good, and he's hurt again, has a bum hamstring. Kellogg's, I hope not. They're not going to. All right, good evening, Swatcho brothers. Let's get to the halftime stats. How close are we to 100 thumbs up? We are 6 away. Can we get 6 more of these? Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis. We need 6 thumbs up. That's all sorts of wrong. Everybody screenshot. We have a lead. The Spurs actually played well in the second quarter, outscoring the Raptors 32-24. Let's pull up the stats. We'll start up with the Raptors. Scotty Barnes with 2, Pascal Siakam with 15, Kem Birch with 4, Gary Trent Jr. with 9, Fred VanVleet with 21 first half points. Really, Siakam and Fred VanVleet are keeping the Raptors in this game. Off the bench for Toronto, Precious Achiuwa with 0, Chris Boucher with 3, Delano Banton with 2, Thaddeus Young, former Spur, with 2, and Armani Brooks with nothing. I didn't even realize he was out there. Did I even say his name? Oh well. For the Spurs, our starters, as I try and make the switch, Kellen Johnson with 13 points tonight in the first half. Dougie with 7. Jakob Poeltl with 6 points and 6 boards. Devin Vassell with 2. Man, Devin's really struggled since he became a starter. DeJounte Murray with 15, 4 and 10. DeJounte Murray has 10 assists already. His career high, I think, is 15. There's been many times this season where he's gotten 9 or 10 in the first half. Can he break his single season assist record tonight? Well, not record, but his personal best. Off the bench, Lonnie Walker looks like he's playing like Lonnie again with 11. Trey Jones with 2. Josh J. Rich with 3. Zach Collins with donuts all across the board except for 1 foul. No shots, nothing. Donuts. That's not what we're looking for, Zach. Give us something. Come on. Yes, DJ should get a triple-double. Should. You know what? I'd rather him go for like 30 points and 20 assists. That would be awesome. LeBron, 4 of 11, over 3. Really? 9 points? Jeff in the zone, good evening. Knicks up 27 on the Mavs. Yeah, DJ's definitely proving me wrong. I thought he was not somebody that could average 20 a night easily, and he's been doing it. And I'm proud of him. I will always be happy when a Spur proves me wrong. And generally speaking, I try to be positive, everybody. I don't want to be negative on players. Yes, on the recaps, I'll call them out for having a bad week, but you'll hear me always say, and I hope they can turn things around. Because got to remember, I'm never going to root for one player to play bad. If all our guys are playing well, we're probably winning games. We can do this. Conch Bado, channel member, thank you for stopping in. Thank you for being here. You, Raj, Raptors fan, thank you for being here. Your stream going to be hype when the Spurs come up on top. Danny. We know. I've been on YouTube long enough. Teams that are winning pull in more viewers. It's just the way it is. I like to use an example, and this is not trolling him in any way or knocking him in any way, but Bad Dog Sports, who I've worked with, his first year covering the Lakers, LeBron missed a lot of time, and the team was losing. And his average stream was 5 to 10,000 viewers, which is still good. When they got Anthony Davis, those things rocketed to 100,000 plus on a regular basis with the team winning and, of course, eventually winning an NBA championship. As you can see with them losing this year, his streams have gone down a little bit. It's very much, and people want to watch or hear or participate in good basketball, and the Spurs can get a stud in the draft that turns into an all-star with current all-star DeJounte Murray, then they could be much more relevant in the NBA again, which would just help my channel. That's just the way it is on YouTube. I've accepted that. I'm like, I cover 2 bad teams that are losing, the Spurs and the Giants, but that's what I love, and I just have to accept it. I could call more popular teams. I choose not to because I don't like the more popular teams. I like my 2 teams, who will hopefully be popular again one day. Lonnie has been playing well. He has. The free throws are 9 of 10. Greg, I hope you didn't just jinx that. All right, Paulino, I'll show you the game since you asked very politely. The game! Boop. Boop. All right. I'm glad White's gone. There has been one positive to Derek White leaving, is Lonnie Walker has been a different player since the trade. Hey, Rich, what do you think about James Harden being part of the anniversary Team 75? There's a lot of guys on that list. They added a lot of current players: Damian Lillard, Russell Westbrook. I mean, James Harden has been a scoring champion, but he's also a butthead. Cried his way out of New Jersey, sourpuss in Houston. I mean, that's not. Is that the type of player you want as your top 75? Westbrook, yeah, he's got multiple triple doubles, hasn't won anything. Damian Lillard hasn't won anything. So to keep Parker and Ginobili off of that over guys like that, I wasn't a fan of. But we should also be thankful 4 Spurs made that list, which is quite a few. I'm sure we had more players than a lot of teams. I'm sure the Lakers and Celtics probably had, 10 players apiece from them. To have 4 players representing in a newer organization, by newer, I mean we weren't there in the 50s, 60s, and most of the 70s, or half of the 70s. And to have Tim Duncan, David Robinson, George Gervin, and number 2 representing, I think that's pretty cool. Number 2 did deserve to be on there. 2 NBA Finals MVPs, 2 Defensive Player of the Years. I think that's probably enough. For All-Star break, I was definitely leaning towards letting Lonnie walk. Hooligan, my stance has been the same all year. If he's playing well, bring him back. If he's playing bad, don't bring him back. And I like him, but that's business. If a player is not performing, you're not going to bring them back. And Lonnie Walker, before the Derek White trade, was playing like a player that probably was not going to get re-signed by the Spurs. Since the Derek White trade, he's playing like a player that the Spurs could really use as a 6-man off the bench. And I'm happy. I'd love to see him back next year, but I want him back because he's playing well, not just because we feel there's some loyalty to a player. You want to be loyal to your players, but you don't want to be loyal to the point where a player's hurting your team. Lillard, Westbrook, Harden. No, that's yeah. I love my Spurs, but aren't supposed to be rooting for the Raptors to win in order. Yeah, I know. I can't do that, Father Jesus. I can't ever root for another team against my own. I just don't have it in me. It's not in there. It's still annoying to have Rich be an agent of DeJounte Murray as he might influence DeJounte pulling AD as something. Prime Dwight, T Mac, and others deserve it over. Dwight was that. People forget how good Dwight Howard was, man. He was putting up some crazy stats in his 20s. Go Spurs, go Edgar. I can go down with that. Raptors can lose this game for. That's what I agree 100%. Raptors can lose this one and then win everything else. Nick 61, that is just ridiculous. There you go. You just said it, R10. Vamos Spurs, vamos. Ace, I agree. Let's pull up take a look around the NBA while we're in the half times. Phoenix is whooping Miami 106 to 80. The Bucks are beating the Hawks 91 to 84. The Lakers are down by 1 in a close game, 91 to 90. In the third quarter, the Thunder are getting beat by the Timberwolves 99-78. The Magic are beating the Pelicans 79-73. We've mentioned the Knicks whooping on Dallas is oh goodness. Luka Doncic not playing. I could not pull his name. And then we have our game. Tonight we have Portland and Utah, Denver, Sacramento, Washington, and the Clippers. And the Celtics beat the Hornets 115-101. That must have been a 7 o'clock game. The Bulls beat Detroit. How did DeMar DeRozan do tonight? How did former Spur DeMar DeRozan do? Did he play? Scored 36. 8 boards, 4 assists, 2 steals. Not too shabby to lead the Bulls. And the Bulls have their big 3 right now. You got DeRozan with 36, Levine with 25, and Vucevic with 21. I mean, yeah, if you can have 3 guys go out there and score 20 plus on a regular basis, you're probably going to win a lot of games. Moses Malone was a Spur for a year, so technically top. I mean, Dominique Wilkins was a Spur for a year as well. Wilkins is in that top 75. That's kind of a tacky way of getting him on the list, but sure. Looking at you, oh, so he is playing. Wow, his team's playing bad tonight. I mean, for me, AD, Harden, Lillard, Westbrook, Chris Paul, Giannis even could have been part of the 80th year. Not fair argument. Another big travesty with the top 75 list is not having Ben Wallace be part of it, as people forget how good Ben Wallace was. Yeah, he was legit. He was. Man, that's a loud crowd. Whatever game that was. That was annoying. Number one play. Uh-oh. This must be number one play of last week. It's the John Morant dunk on Jakob Poeltl. Yeah. Oh, good. They're showing it over and over and over and over. Great. All right, so go Spurs go from the Philippines. Thank you for stopping in. Jason Tatum averaged 41.3 points per game last week, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists to lead the Celtics to a 3-0 week. Wow. 41.3? At least he tried. Unpopular opinion. I love that my Spurs had Dennis Rodman even though it didn't work out. Yeah, Dennis Rodman's on that list too. Moses Malone, Dennis Rodman, Dominique Wilkins, plus the 4 we mentioned. That's 7 Spurs in the top 75. Anybody else that played for the Spurs like 1 year that we're forgetting? It was in the NBA top 75? Oh, and I agree. I agree. Yes, let's move on. I did not plan on seeing that tonight. It's Wednesday for crying out loud. What was that, a week ago? Karl Anthony Towns, 28 points, 9 boards, 64% from the field, leading the Timberwolves to a 4-0 week. So I guess they're showing this day in history, Dwayne Wade with a long 3 to beat the Bulls in double overtime. And D Wade was really good till he started getting hurt. That man could play. Rich, who do you think are the top 3 Spurs with the highest ceilings on the current roster? Pop the goat. I'm a Spurs fan, so I'm biased. I still can't get over the fact that TV money. Razel, you're not alone. Highest ceiling. So are we counting DeJounte Murray in this list? Because Murray's already made the All-Star team. And I don't think he's hit his ceiling yet. I thought he was going to be like an 18, 8, and 8 guy. But his scoring, he's showing us that he could be a 22, 23, 24 points per game. So I think DeJounte Murray still has a high ceiling. The problem is we have a small sample size for other players like Devin Vassell, Joshua Primo, and even Kelman is still very young. I think he's 22 in his 3rd year. I feel like Kelman, if he could find some consistency, he's definitely worked on his 3-point shot, and that's gotten better. See, we have so many young guys with question marks. It makes it very hard to answer that. So I'll say 4. I'm going to go with 4. The Fantastic Four. DeJounte Murray, Devin Vassell, Keldon Johnson, and Joshua Primo has shown a lot of skill at a young age in his first year in the NBA, and it's good decision making. And the one thing I like about Joshua Primo is, yeah, he's had some bad moments and bad games, and he just keeps playing. Like I haven't, as far as I know, I haven't seen any like bad body language or like, oh man, just he keeps his head held up high and there's confidence, and you need that to succeed in any sport. Just that will, that ability, like, yeah, I'm 1 for 10 tonight. I'm going to keep shooting. Like Allen Iverson. Remember Allen Iverson? Score like 30 points. He'd take 40 shots and only make 10 of them, but he'd keep firing them up. I saw something about bringing slow mo back. I don't see that happening. 2 points on any impressive dunk. 2 more legs for 115? All right. Yeah, I would say no to Kyle Anderson coming back at this point. Hey, Yetsky, go Bucks. Sure. Thank you for being a channel member, by the way. I don't know if I've thanked you already tonight. It gets hard to remember sometimes who I thanked and who I haven't. Any news with Lucas Samanic? The Sandwich Master is hurt, sad note, from what I'm hearing in the chat. We talked about him earlier. He's injured. He's with the Knicks G League team. His NBA chance may be slowly passing him by. Exactly. Primo, not afraid of the big stage. That's what I do like. You can't teach that. You can, I guess, learn that and grow into that, but he has it at that young age. That's a good thing. Is he going to be the next Parker Ginobili type? I don't know what his ceiling is, but there's a lot of potential there. And Spurs fans should hope that he succeeds because we used a lottery pick, an unexpected lottery pick, the 12th pick overall to draft him last season. Practice? You talking about practice? Not the game. How the hell practice is going to make my teammates better? Man, I love that. I love that Allen Iverson interview. Man, good stuff. And Murray with the steal. Spurs trying to go fast break. McDermott back to DeJounte. They'll slow it up, get it to Keldon. Keldon's going to take corner three. No good. Keldon's three is off tonight. That one fast break did kill his career hooligan. And I said it that night too. Or no, the next day I did a video on who the Spurs might release, and I had him on there, and I said he might get cut because of that game. And sure enough, I think it was that night or the next day he was gone. Pirtle with the little runner in the paint, no good. Spurs coming out missing their first couple shots of the third quarter. KBD's very inconsistent. Consistently consistent, like a lot of our guys. It is a Raptors ball. Pull-up jumper in the paint is no good by Scotty Barnes. And Scotty Barnes will knock it out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Spurs. Jay Rich has played. I think he hit a three. I think he has 3 points. I don't remember. He was out there. He played. Jocelyn, thank you for stopping in. 10:45 to go in the third quarter. Doug McDermott off the screen into the paint. Back over to DeJounte. 8 on the shot clock. Murray, crossover, crossover, crossover. Pull-up jumper. Nope. And the offensive board goes right through Kellen's hands. Raptors ball looking to retake the lead as Spurs have not scored yet in the third quarter. And the Raptors will take the lead. All right, Gary Trent Jr. with the bucket. He scores a layup, and the Spurs offense coming out sluggish to start us off. Murray over to Devin Vassell's wide open for a baseline three. There you go, Devin. Spurs take the lead back up by 2. I don't bet on anybody ever. No, Jay Rich has played a few games. Romeo Langford first game was Monday night. Jay Rich has played a few times here and there. Siakam misses in the paint. Spurs ball. DeJounte will get fouled by Scotty Barnes. 64-62. What's up, Carlos Jeter? Kelman, I have no idea. 8, 9? I can't see it, unfortunately, where I had to leave the live game to see the stats, and I don't obviously want to leave the live game right now because there's a live game. Still Spurs ball. Jakob Poeltl takes into the paint, throws up a layup. It's good and one. Before Derek White trade, we still have our first pick since 2016. Oh, okay. I got you. I had to think about that for a second. DJ with 11 assists. His career high is 15. Can we get Pop to break a record tonight? Celebrate Coyote's birthday? DeJounte Murray set a career high in assists. That would be a great trifecta. Jakob Poeltl's free throw is good. I get some custom sandwich shoes and rock. Sandwich shoes, huh? Would it be like? Would it look you? The bottom be like a slice of bread, and then the middle looks like meat and cheese, and then the top of your shoe looks like a slice of bread. That would be actually kind of funny. Fred VanVleet throws it off into the paint, and I can't see who has that. That was Barnes who turns the ball over. It is Spurs ball. Spurs on the run. Murray sprints into the paint. Layup, good. Timeout, Toronto. Everyone after the next one is history for Pop. That's a good point. All good, Carlos. ¿Cómo está, mi hermano? Appreciate you being here. Appreciate you all being here. KJ's got 15. Oh, snap. I was way off. All right. Lucas Samanic. Unleash the sandwich.
Unleash the sandwich.
Boom, 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 boom. Let Luca play. Bench Rudy Gay. Let that first round pick show us that he's quick. All right, anyway. Well, I turn around. His number is 19. Sandwich on the scene. His game is getting faster. Unleash the sandwich master. On! All right, there's a little Unleash the Sandwich if you haven't heard it. Live a cappella. Lakers up by 1. Westbrook, 24 turnovers for Russell Westbrook. Wow. Is that a record? And they're winning. That's impressive. We are up, Anthony, by 7. The Spurs got they have 69, and the Raptors have 62. Snoop Dogg up on my screen. Snoop Dogg, yeah, dog, dog pile. Defending 7. What is this? I don't know what they're just showing there on TV. Leading scorer, it's either DeJounte or Kellen in cluster 7. I'm not sure which. Kellen has like 15. I got to think DeJounte's got like 14 or 16 himself. J Money points. 20. No turnovers for Westbrook? Wow. I look at the season as pounding the rock this year. By next year, we're splitting the rock. Kellen's defense, Ryan, it's tough because a lot of times he's being asked to defend players that are bigger than him. He's not one of our best defenders. He's not our worst defender. The effort's always there, but he could get better. Just a normal game for Westbrook, 24 points, no turnovers. He's been averaging over 4, so that's the Lakers should win. If I heard LeBron's not playing well tonight though. DJ's a leading score. Go Spurs, go. Utah, Indiana, OKC, Pelicans. That's game. Jim, thank you for stopping in. I'll be live for that Jazz game Friday night. Not live for the Pacers game Saturday night. I'll be taking that night off. I don't like doing back-to-backs, if possible. I think they have one more back-to-back. It's near the end of the season, so I will call out because the season will be wrapping up. 9:11 to go in the third quarter. Raptors down by 7. This is the biggest lead of the game for the Spurs. 69-62. Fred VanVleet with a pick and roll, now guarded by Jakob Poeltl. Actually passed it out. I thought Fleet for sure would shoot. Instead, we have a Gary Trent Jr. 3 that is really no good. I'm surprised Fred VanVleet did not take it against one-on-one against Poeltl. Murray to Jakob in the paint, out to Keldon. Fakes the 3, starts to drive into the paint, throws it out to Devin Vassell. Open baseline 3. No good. Murray with the offensive board gets double teamed and turns the ball over. Yeah, he got trapped, turned it over. Because I'm trapped. Ooh, yeah. Trapped. Ooh, yeah. Fred VanVleet for 3. There you go, Fred. I was waiting for that. Nintendo Lego NBA fan. Thank you for stopping in. Go Spurs, go. You're actually Selena Gomez. Okay. Wow. Devin, pull-up jumper. Seriously, it's like watching Derek White on there in offense. And I'm not trying to be mean, but Derek's jump shooting was not good. And Devin Vassell as a starter seems to have lost his jumper. Scotty Barnes with the bucket in the paint for the Raptors. 69-67. Raptors on a 5-0 run. Murray out to Devin Vassell. Vassell going to drive and turns the ball over. 2-on-1 for the Raptors. Barnes crashes into Doug McDermott. No foul on either end. Gets the ball back, and it's tied. We got double 69. Pop's going to call a timeout. Giannis definitely could win the MVP. Austin Jackson, good evening. 7-0 run by the Raptors. Man, Devin Vassell is just... I like Devin, but I don't know what's going... He is bricking Ning Yan. He's been bricking a lot. What the heck happened? I gotta check this out. Oh, I can't see it. All right, I want to see what Devin's shooting is tonight. I feel like it's not good, to say the least. Where the heck's the Spurs box score? I gotta click right on NBA.com. I can't even see us. Where are we? Oh, there we are. Devin Vassell is 2 of 7 from the field tonight. And I want to check his shooting percentage since becoming a starter. Derek White's last game was, I believe, February 9th as a San Antonio Spur. So anything after that, let's take a look. So we'll check February 11th to the present for Devin Vassell. All right, so Devin has played 9 games as a starter in that time frame. 31 minutes a game, 43% from the field. Actually, it's not terrible. 35% from beyond the arc, 91% from the line, averaging 14 points per game, 4.4 rebounds, 3.1 assists. He's actually playing. So what am I? Huh. His 3-point shooting as of late has been bad. That's what it is. We take away those first 2 games that I was looking at. Look at the last 7. He's shooting 30% from the arc. Actually, he's shooting 40% from the field. So that's probably what we're looking at, Spurs fans. The last 7 games, he's shooting actually just under 40% from the field and 30% from beyond the arc. So yeah, he has been struggling from the field. That's pretty much what Derek was doing. 40% from the field, 30% from beyond the arc. So he's kind of just taking his spot, if you will. McDermott's definitely been down a little down lately too. Lonnie Walker is playing, Tucker. He is playing. That's right, Juan Gill. The old double 6'9". Can we get some more? Can we get 250 thumbs up this quarter, my friends? We're not on pace to do it. We're at 121. We need a lot more to get to 150. Would like to see 150 before the quarter is over. Spurs, Raptors tied. Hey, Asia, what's going on? Thank you for stopping in. Rich, would you call Westbrook to his face? Sure. What's the worst that's going to happen? If he punches me, I assume. What's he going to do? Westbrook. He does. I mean, I'll swing back if he swings at me first. Don't get me wrong. I'll defend myself. But if he assaults me, I'm gonna be like, all right, million to go away. Keldon Johnson for 3. Fortunately, that's the world we live in, lawsuit land. But I would throw down with him if he hit me first. I probably would beat me up. He's a bigger guy. And Barnes with the jumper in the paint, no good. Going to go to the line for 2, and the Raptors can take the lead at the line. Rich was on another screen the whole time. What? What didn't I see? Wait, what? What did I do? I was looking at, what did I miss? I don't know what I missed. Scotty Barnes free throw is good. Did I miss a super chat? No. I don't know what I missed, Phil. Did I miss something on the TV? Both free throws good, 71-69. The Raptors on a 9-0 run. Unfortunately for our Spurs. 7 minutes to go. Murray into the paint, and we're going to have a foul. As Ken Birch fouled DeJounte Murray with his face. Unfortunately for Ken Birch. Was there a super chat? Oh, gosh, I did miss it. Phil drops the $6.90 for the double 69. It's weird. It's not showing it's not green up on the top there. Please, if I ever miss somebody's super chat, please call me out because I don't want to do that. So thank you, Phil, for that. I do see the $6.90. I don't know how you did that. I've tried to donate odd numbers and YouTube wouldn't let me. Like I can only do like $2 and $5. I don't know how you did the $6.90, but thank you. Appreciate that. Yes, again, please. Oh, Murray's cut. Oh, it was a head-to-head collision with Ken Birch and DeJounte. I think both players getting checked right now. Hopefully both okay. Ay, ay, ay. That stinks. Ken Birch getting checked still right now. I did hear about Carson Wentz getting traded. Somebody told me in the chat earlier tonight that Washington's chances of winning the Super Bowl went down. Oh, Murray's still. Oh, DeJounte's going to back for stitches. Oh. Gary Trent Jr. gets hit with the foul. Murray's going to the back. He got busted open. I don't know the extent of the injury. I'll see it right here. I guess Trent pushed him in the back, and then DeJounte ran into Ken Birch. Keldon into the paint. Layup high off the glass. In and out and in. Yep, stitches. Birch lost a tooth? Shut the front door. And now an offensive foul on the Raptors. He lost a tooth? No. That'll cut you open if somebody's tooth gets. Oh. That sucks. I don't want to lose a tooth. Your cousin's a Washington fan? Oh, I don't think he's going to be happy about Carson Wentz going to the team. Keldon with the ball again into the paint. Stops. Out to Gary. Spurs just moving the ball around out to Trey Jones. Trey Jones baseline reverse layup is a brick. Jakob Poeltl with the offensive board loses it out of bounds. It'll be a Raptors ball. He does need a mouthpiece. They picked it up off the floor. I did not see that. They picked his tooth up? His tooth? Oh, gross. It flew into camera. I did not see the camera review. Wow. I did not see that tooth fly out. You can't handle the tooth. Nice. That's another bucket for the Raptors. They're up 73-71 with 6 minutes to go. Jakob Poeltl out on three-point land. Drops it off to Jay Rich, who's checked in. Jay Rich in the paint. Back out to Keldon. Thinks about a three. Pulls it down. Drives into the paint. Layup. Good. Keldon got like 19, 21. His three-point shot's been off tonight, but his two-point game's on. So that's something. Scotty Barnes. Keldon's got 19, 7 of 13 from the field. Scotty Barnes will get it out to Gary Trent Jr. Trent launches a long shot. No good. That may have been a three. I don't know if his foot was on the line. It's no good. Spurs ball. 5.5 minutes to go. 73-0. Jay Rich starts to drive and runs right out of bounds. He literally just ran to the paint and just kept on running and went out of bounds. Okay. Well, that's one you don't see often. Kem Birch lost a tooth, apparently. Well, go Spurs, go. He still has teeth. He just has one less tooth. I'm not gonna joke around about it though. That sucks. I can't imagine getting hit in the face and losing a tooth. That sucks. I don't think you can put that back in. Scotty Barnes, jumper in the paint's good. 75-73. Meow meow. Go Spurs, go to you. Keldon with the ball out to Trey Jones. Trey Jones gonna stop and pop and hit the short jumper. 75 all. Good game tonight. Yes, he did Rose City. Yes. That was actually kind of embarrassing. He just literally just ran and dribbled out of bounds. I don't know if you forgot where he was on the court. He should be on Shaq being a fool. Fred VanVleet launches it out to Siakam. Siakam's going to launch a three. High arc and swish, kill the fish. Don't be surprised if Jay Rich makes Shaqton a fool for that one. He should. Hate to say it, but yeah. Lonnie with the ball right now for San Antonio, 12 on the shot clock. Pick and roll with Jakob Poeltl. Takes off, throws it out to Trey Jones for three. And at least he hit the rim and it wasn't an air ball. And now good defense by Jay Rich. Takes up. Oh, now we're going to have a jump ball. Spurs almost with the steal. Jump ball, Jay Rich and Pascal Siakam. Thanks for the visual running through the I don't know. Woof, woof, go Spurs, go. All right, Carlos. I did Shaq earlier. Shaq's going to be a once a night special on this channel. All right, jump ball. Come on, man. Exactly. Siakam should win this jump ball, I think, fairly easy. I think he's got about 3 inches on Jay Rich. And just standing there, he looks like the much bigger player. Jump ball up and won by the Raptors. Big surprise. Huge surprise. Siakam with the ball, guarded by Keldon Johnson. Starts to drive. Throws it out. 3-point attempt. Good. Precious Achiuwa. And now the Raptors are up by 6. Dang it. Keldon with the ball drives and it's going to go out of bounds. It'll be off the Raptors. It'll stay up the Spurs. Yes, Murray got cut in the forehead. Kem Birch lost his tooth. So Kem Birch's tooth took out. Murray's in the back getting stitches, I'm guessing. That stinks. That's the second time Spurs players needed stitches this year. Derek White needed stitches earlier in the season. Jay Rich, pull-up jumper. No good. Man, this team is completely different when Murray's not on the court. Had the lead, he leaves. Now we're down. Siakam thinks about another three, pulls it down. One-on-one with Keldon, and he'll just pass it back out to Gary Trent Jr. Trent, pull-up jumper. No good. Picky, what's going on? Spurs down by 6. They were up by 7 at one point in this quarter. Jacques Landale is checked in and gets a. Jacques Landale is in the game. Pop has seen enough of Zach Collins, and Landale scores. Zach Collins had a terrible first half. Bench points, Spurs 20, Raptors 10. So the Spurs bench is actually playing well tonight. The starting lineup is struggling. Precious Achiuwa looked like he was going to lose the ball, got it back and put it in. Jay Rich deflected the ball, but it deflected right back into Precious Achiuwa's hands. Lonnie Walker with the ball right now for the Spurs, 13 on the shot clock, pull-up jumper. In and out, Burger. Yep, Jacques Landale sighting. And they try to go fast break to Chua underneath and gets rejected. Spurs on the run. Walker to Kellen. Kellen baseline. Thunder! Dunk of justice! And that has the crowd fired up. Yeldon Johnson. Ah! 2 minutes to go. Sorry. Sorry, earphone users. My apologies. You know how I get. I get excited. Siakam guarded tight by Jay Rich. And a foul on Jay Rich. They're probably going to it was actually a Jay Rich block that started that fast break. Lonnie sprints up the court, fights Kellen cutting baseline, and he throws it down with two hands. Hopefully that fires up the team. Let's go. A technical? Who got teed up? Right, Jerome? Oh, I think Jay Rich got teed up. He walked away from the ref and swung a fist. And they teed him up for that? All right, whatever. It's a snowflake league. DeJounte Murray's back over to the Spurs bench. 8-point game, big three for the Raps. I didn't see who shot that. I was watching DeJounte Murray. Sorry. 87-79. Kellen with the ball. Back to Jay Rich. Jay Rich over to Lonnie. Lonnie's going to take off into the paint. Acrobatic move. Layup. Rolls off the rim. Minute 20 to go. Spurs down by 8. Siakam. Out to Trent Jr. for 3. No good. The putback is no good. And the Raptors have the ball again. Siakam with the ball right now. Spurs can't get a rebound. Thaddeus Young scored. Biggest lead of the game for the Raptors. 10 points, 58 seconds ago. Boy, the team has collapsed without DeJounte Murray out there. Trey Jones out to Kelvin. Kelvin's going to take a long three. Good! Kelvin's feeling it tonight. He's got to have over 20 now. Maybe 22? I'm going to guess Kelvin has 22. No, he's got 24. Oh, that was close. Siakam passes it out to Precious Achiuwa for 3. That's a total brick. Raptors get the ball back and now foul the Spurs, which means 2 free throws for the Raptors. Stunner, I hate ticky-tack fouls, and then some of the technicals just come on, man. I mean, if I get called for a foul and I walk away and go like that, you're gonna tee me up for that? Just suck it up and let it go. We can't be worse in the fourth than we are in the third, right? Yes, DJ is coming back. And yep, it's where we go. KJ does have 24. I was a little off. Siakam is at the line for 2. He makes the first free throw. DJ got stitches on the top of his. Oh my goodness, that might leave a scar. He's got a pretty. It looks pretty deep. I'm surprised he doesn't have a Band-Aid on it though, unless it's a clear Band-Aid and I can't see it. Murray gets cut open by Kem Birch's tooth. Both free throws good. 91-82. Can the Spurs close out the third quarter with something? I think DJ will be well rested he might play the whole fourth quarter. Murray way out in three-point land. 7 seconds between the shot clock and game clock. Murray starts to drive into the paint and gets fouled. Jose Bedoya, 132 after. Austin, what are we talking about there? Hawks coach ejected versus Bucks. Well, there you go. Son, I would love it to go back to like the 90s days of basketball where we could actually play defense. Players weren't hugging and kissing and loving each other. I mean, I was getting a little exaggerated, but you know what I mean. Like there was like the Knicks, the Bulls, the Pacers. Man, they just hated each other. The bad boy Pistons teams were nasty back then. DeJounte with 18, 6, and 12, and I got to think he's playing 90% of the fourth quarter. Murray at the line for two and makes them both. If Tim Duncan wasn't still, you think he would still play? He's my age. I think he's 44. He's definitely. His Spurs are 12 of 13 from the line tonight. Just fix some of that. Siakam's going to take a long three. No good. Murray with the rebound. Gets it over to Lonnie. Lonnie's going to take the half-court three. Nope. Spurs down 7. The Spurs were up by 7. Up by 7 at one point in this quarter. Now down by 7. Go Spurs. Malice in the Palace is a classic. Oh, I wonder if that's what changed a lot of the stuff in the NBA and made it a softer league. Is we don't see fights like that anymore. I'm looking at I want to check our bench, and our bench has mostly been negative. Lonnie Walker -7 for plus minus. Trey Jones -4. Josh Richardson -9. Jacques Landale -4. Zach Collins, oddly enough, as bad as he played, the team was +2 with him on the court. Go figure. Actually, they're -2 with DeJounte out there. Kelman is our leading scorer, but they're -7 with him out there. So, I mean, plus minus, I can see why you guys don't like it. It's not a very good stat sometimes. Because you could be playing great and the four guys around you stink. I thought that tech was stupid too. Didn't like it. That's stupido. Full-time Spurs fan, need a little positivity in your life. Turn the ship around. I want the record tonight. It's a home game. It's Coyote's birthday. Come on. No Josh Primo, Manny. He's out. I don't know what his injury is. I don't believe it to be serious. But he is out tonight. LJ, it can and it can. It's situational. I don't want to say it means absolutely nothing because if you're averaging 20 points per game, but when you're on the floor, your team's always at a -15, and the rest of the players at a plus, then something's not clicking or you're not playing any defense. Loving, touching, and squeezing by Steve Perry. What? Oh, loving, touching, and squeezing. Nice. Giannis 43, 12, and 5. Wow. That's pretty good. 43, 12, and 5, huh? I take that. When's the last time somebody put up 40 points for the Spurs? There's got to be DeRozan, right? DeMar DeRozan has to be the last Spur to score 40. I know Aldridge did. DeRozan had to have scored 40 with us, right? 40, 42? I'm going to take a look at DeMar DeRozan's career highs. DeRozan never scored 40 with us. 36, 38, and 38. He never had a 40-point game with San Antonio. His high this year is 45. Previous to that, he scored 52 in a game with Toronto. Never got 40 in a game with the Spurs. I guess it is LA. It's got to be a Largus Aldridge. I don't know what his last 40-point game was. Spurs ball to start off the fourth quarter. Lonnie Walker pull-up jumper is no good. Ichio with the rebound. Oh, he's out for illness? Is he down with the sickness? I've done too much commentating to try to do that correctly. Anyway, Raptors ball, 10 on the shot clock. Fred VanVleet, 1-on-1 with DeJounte Murray, looking for a pick and roll. Gets the pick, gets the roll. Gets it back to Precious Achiuwa. Precious with an off-balance runner, no good. And offensive foul. Brandon Dwell, what's up? Thank you for stopping in. I really want this Spurs win tonight, especially since I'm not calling Saturday night's game. That Jazz game, that's going to be extremely tough. I'm not sure we can win that one. The Pacers game will be tough too. I want them to win tonight. I want to make sure they're going to win a game I'm calling. That doesn't make sense, but you know what I mean. Murray will get it over to Doug McDermott. Back to Lonnie Walker. Walker back to Dougie for three. Not even close. Doug is struggling. Struggle's real for Doug from the floor tonight. Fred VanVleet, his pull-up jumper is also short. Another offensive board for the Raptors to get it. Precious Achua into the paint. No good. That might have been partially blocked by DeJounte, or at least a strip. It is Spurs ball. 10:40 to go. Down by 7. Murray, crossover into the paint. Pull-up jumper. Short. And that's going to be Spurs ball. Thaddeus Young trying to get the defensive board. Stepped out of bounds. Get Doug out of here. Wesley, thank you for stopping in. Abraham. I can kind of do the singer's voice from Disturbed, maybe. I don't know if I can do it now after calling a game. Probably not a good idea to try. Lonnie Walker, not as clean vocals from like the cover of Sound of Silence. I can't do that stuff. Walker going to take a 3. In and out. Come on, we need to make some shots. Take the shot. Trey Jones getting set to come back in for I don't know who. Fred VanVleet, guarded by Devin Vassell on the switch. Gets it into Scotty Barnes. Barnes pull-up jumper. In and out. Okay. All right. Nobody can get a shot these days. I would agree that's Cheryl. Murray spins around in the paint. Pull-up jumper. Good. There you go, DeJounte. 91-86. 9:45 to go. Murray with 21, 9, and 12. 1 rebound short of a triple-double. He should get that very easily tonight. And just, yeah. So DeJounte Murray does. Triple-doubles and 20-point games of late. Raptors ball. And an alley-oop dunk to Precious Achiuwa. Sneakers by Joe. What's up? Thank you for stopping in. Appreciate that. Woo! Per request in the chat. Murray with a little Euro step layup. Rolls off the rim. Went up and right around. VanVleet down the other end. All sorts of out of control. Throws it up. No good. Fouled. Going in line for 2. 9:09 remaining. I am a Spurs channel if anybody's new here. Who all still waiting on the refund? Refund for what? John Doe da Boss. I do cover a lot of the Spurs games, about 95% of them. I also do Spurs videos here and there, news videos or analysis videos. Be doing a lot of mock drafts when the season's over. I also cover the New York Giants because they're my football team, and it's tough. Both my teams are not good, but I love them, and I'm going to cover them because that's who I am. VanVleet at the line for one more free throw. What's record? The all-time regular season win record. He's tied with Don Nelson, 1,335. If the Spurs can find a way to win this game, they're down by 9 with 9 minutes to go. He would have like every wins record in the NBA for coaching. Brandon, I don't think so. I don't know. I don't think so. Trey Jones out to DeJounte. DeJounte back to Devin Vassell. Vassell's going to drive back over to DeJounte. 5 on the shot clock. Getting harassed by Fred VanVleet and getting fouled by Fred VanVleet. Lost a dagger. There's 9 minutes to go. You're welcome, Asia. Has Coach Pop broken it yet? Tied. Tied, Andre, for most wins. Needs one more. Spurs ball. 95-86. 8:49 to go. Jakob Poeltl will get it into... He passed it to Delano Banton for a fast break dunk. That's 11-point game, the largest lead of the night. Jakob, what are you doing there, man? What are you doing? Rockets 118. Wow. What a knucklehead pass by Jakob Poeltl. Timeout. Pop with the timeout. Jerome, that was a very sloppy pass. I mean, you got to put some zip on it. You got to be cognitive of what the defense is doing and just, wrong team. You know, there's so many games where I watch where I'm like, Jakob Poeltl could be the Spurs center for the next 5-6 years. And then there's other games I watch and I just think, I'm ready to move on. And I hate to say that. I like him. Move on as a starter. I think he's definitely an excellent backup, no matter where he was to go or stay here. But as a starter, there's just times I scratch my head and I'm like, is he the guy? LJ, we know you don't like Trey Jones. You've been very vocal about it. Although maybe somebody in the chat doesn't know that. He's not a Trey Jones fan. He's too small. And he can't shoot. I don't know who says we don't need DeJounte DJ. I've never said that on this channel. For the record, I was never one of the folks to say trade DeJounte Murray early in the year. I never joined that group. I don't know if there was a big group, but I never went there. I try to be supportive of every player on the team, but also be realistic. If a contract's coming up, I'll tell you where the player, the way they're playing, deserves a new contract and doesn't. Lonnie Walker, pre-Derek White trade, was not playing like a player that deserved a new contract, or at least not a huge raise, if you will. But right now, he's playing like somebody I'd want to see bring back as a sixth man. Can we find trade options this offseason? LeBron 0 for 8 on threes? Wow. I wonder if his knee's still sore. Just theory. A lot of coyote. Oh no, those aren't coyote masks. It's like coyote fan cam where they're superimposing coyote's head on people. This is so weird. Tyler, go Spurs, go. Can we get to 200 thumbs up? It's going to be tough. I don't know if we have enough people in here, but I'm going to try to get to 200. Well, I'm going to see if you guys can get me to 200 because I can't get me to 200. I hit the thumbs up on my own stream. You should like your own content. Don't do it multiple times with different accounts, just once. Lonnie needs to go. Collins has half his contract is guaranteed next year, so Zach will be back next year. His third year is not guaranteed. I think because how long he's been out of basketball, he'll get a pass for this season. If next season he's a dud, he'll be gone. Spurs ball down by 11 with 8.5 minutes to go. Almost another turnover. Doug with the ball starts to take off. Gets it to Trey Jones, back to Doug. Doug's gonna have to. Somebody's got to shoot. 24-second shot clock violation. Drum, yeah, he definitely. He's Jakob. He's outplaying his contract. I'll give him credit for that. He's playing much better than I would ever imagine. Trey Jones is guarding Siakam. What? Precious Achiuwa for 3. Oh my gosh, this game's getting out of hand now. Ever since Murray went out with the tooth injury to getting bit on the head, it's been all downhill. Vassell for 3. Jakob fighting for the board. And gets the board and calls. Did he get fouled? He got fouled. We got him right where we want him in the lead and cocky. I don't like being down by 14 in the fourth quarter. I mean, I will agree with you guys that you're saying in the chat. I don't want Doug McDermott as our starting power forward. I've been saying earlier, and it's not that I don't like him as a player. I think he's great off the bench for firepower. He's just too small, and he's a defensive liability. Would I want to see Clint Capella? I mean, I'd probably take him over Jakob. Pops next against it. I would love to get the win against the Jazz. Murray drives into the paint and misses a shot. Foul going in line for 2. What? We got to get Kellen back in there. He was like our whole offense too for a while. Get some size out there. See if DeJounte's head's bleeding. I can't believe he doesn't have a Band-Aid or something on his forehead to cover up his stitches. McBrickets. Sorry, Veronica. I know you're a Dougie fan. DeJounte's first free throw is good. We need a run like now, like a 7-0, 8-0 run now. And then the score will change. When suddenly it changes, violently it changes. Wow! All right, there we go. I said I would do a little disturbed. I did it. Not quite like his voice. Not even close, probably. My version of his voice. Calvin's checked back into the Spurs. Trey Jones is still in there for the Jones haters. Precious Achiuwa with the ball. They pass it around the world. Wide open 3. Thaddeus Young just hit a 3. 7-11 left in the game, guys. 7-11. And Thaddeus Young, who all of a sudden can hit threes like nobody's business. If you look at his stats, he's been nailing the threes for Toronto. Kellman gets double teamed. Still working on Pascal Siakam. Out to Trey Jones. Jones back to Kellman. Kellman's going to take a three. Good! Well, Kellen's having a good game tonight. I'd cover my ears with a Dougie. No, Phil, you should not be happy. Kellman with 27 points tonight. My man. Kellen's been a little up and down lately, but he just needs to find some consistent. He's been dropping 25 plus, I think, 3 out of 6 games now. That is Young with knocks out the offensive board. Precious Achiuwa for 3 again. Air ball. Let's get this run now. Hurry. Pull up jumper. No good. Jakob fights for the board and won't get it. Amen. That's it. Thank you, Anthony. I'm cracking over that dessert voice. I try. Are you not entertained? Pascal Siakam, jumper, no good. Keldon Johnson skies for the rebound. Wow, Big Sean. Negativity. You need some positivity in your life. Jakob Pertl's fouled. There's no free throws coming. I am not the lead. I am the lead singer of Eternity Shore, my metal band on TSR Music. So I am a metal singer. I usually sing in a lower. Well, I'm all over the place. I've become a variety metal band. Sometimes I'll do death metal, thrash metal, regular heavy metal, Christian rock, Christian metal, rap metal. I just like to have fun. And whatever pops up next is what I do. I did the heaviest song I've probably ever done is up on TSR Music right now. It's The name of the song is Donald Duck Mode Activated. It's Keldon Misses in the Paint, but it's a kind of a joke on brutal deathcore metal. But the song is heavy. Fred VanVleet getting harassed by DeJounte gets the ball back. And Scotty Barnes now in three-point land with the ball. 6 on the shot clock. 1-on-1 with Devin. Drives baseline. Reverse layup. No good. Fouled going in line for 2. I'll drop TSR Music in the chat. Lakers Rockets overtime? Wow. The Rockets should have the advantage. The Lakers are like old and stuff. Where's TSR Music? I will drop the TSR Music link in the chat if anybody's interested. Loving the vibes here. Oh, thank you. Try to be positive. Have fun. Try not to swear in my channel. I'm very adamant about that. I know a lot of kids, I know I have young viewers and try to be, somewhat of a good role model. 14-point game with 5 minutes remaining. Jay Rich is checked in for the Spurs. Jakob Poeltl in the paint. Jump hook is good. 105-93. You think the sandals and the candles help us at this time? Sandals and the kid. Andrew, it's called Donald Duck Mode Activated because I accidentally hit Donald Duck type vocals at one point in the song. And now a jump hook by Scotty Barnes. Can't be exchanging bucket, Spurs. 107-93. Kelman is going to take a long 3. In and out burger. Yeah, we needed that one. 4:20 to go. Fred VanVleet over to Barnes. Barnes finds a wide open Precious Achiuwa who'll drive. Oh, he just absolutely leveled Jay Rich. No whistle? Jay Rich just got hit in the face and dropped. No whistle. It's 4. He finally gets up the court. DeJounte Murray pull-up jumper. How did he miss that call? Unless he just had the greatest flop of all time. I'd like to see a replay to see if that was indeed a foul or a flop. Yes, the Spurs record after trailing the third quarter is 0-32. I would love to see a replay of the Jay Rich play. Did he just put an award-winning performance? Academy award-winning performance with a flop? They're not going to show it, of course. Or did he actually get leveled? Pelicans and Blazers are losing. Vincent from Medellin, Colombia. Thank you for stopping in. Thank you, RR210. I'd love to get that music channel. Well, I would love to get that music channel to 100,000 subscribers, but I know my metal's not for everybody. Was it a flop? That was a great flop then. Great job. He sold it. I bought it. Maybe that's why they're not showing it again. Like, we don't want to show that. That was a clear flop. We can't even beat an egg. Nice. That's a good one. I like that. I'll take that. We are in a timeout. Spurs looking to get Greg Popovich the all-time wins record for the regular season. Coming up a little short right now, though. They're down by 12 with under 5 minutes to go. They have the Utah Jazz Friday night. I'll be live for that game. Then they have the Indiana Pacers Saturday night, so it's not going to get any easier. Thank you, Daryl. Fascio Delapo, they need to get going. That's right. Win or lose, I'm Spurs here. And I know at some point that'll pay off. The team will be popular and winning again. Probably as early as next season. If we get a legit starting four in the draft and the Spurs start him and he plays like we, hope he can, I could see us. We're fringe playoff now. We're a few games out of the play-in. I think we are one player away from being a playoff team again. Rich, if you like, I can listen to My Chemical Romance. If I like screamo music, I've heard of My Chemical Romance. I don't know if I've heard them, and I don't know Escape the Faith at all. I know I got an itchy nose. Still in a timeout. A little Tide action. Don't eat Tide Pods, kids. Don't do it. Man, was that the stupidest? Remember that? Man, the challenges people do. And then there was like a bucket challenge I saw for a little while where people are trying to stand on stacks of buckets. It's like, why don't you just call those the low IQ challenges? Because that's kind of what they are. Sorry. If anybody did it, no offense. But some of those challenges, I just look at them like, you just have to be a moron to do this. Oh, you're welcome, Daryl. I try to make everybody feel positive. That's right, Anthony. Draft, I think Keegan Murray is probably who they're going to have drafting. If they pick around eighth, I'll do a mock draft. Obviously, a couple mock drafts when we get to that point, but we don't know we're picking yet. We got to know we're picking first. If they get a top 3 pick, all bets are off. Scotty Barnes, with the shot clock expiring, throws it off the glass, and it's good. Can't get a stop when we need one. Murray's going to take a quick 3. Nope. 109.95. And a drive and a foul on Gary Trent Jr. And the Spurs are now going to be they're in trouble. They're in serious trouble. You should check out Allegheny, a mellow tech death metal out of Colorado. Never heard of him. I still listen to. I'm like not stuck in the '80s for death metal because it barely existed in the '80s. I know it existed. Possessed, probably the first death metal band. Then the band Death, kind of considered the godfathers of death metal. Chuck Schuldiner, rest in peace. He made both free throws, and this is. Oops, I went click 1 minute 29. It's down by 16 with 3:16 to go. We would need the run of all runs. Spurs led in the third quarter by 7. Lonnie Walker with the alley-oop layup from Jakob Poeltl. I mean, I'm hoping it's a miracle can happen, but if I have to hold my breath, I'll be turning blue on my screen. If the Spurs make the play-in, they can get a top pick. If they win their play-in game, then they're out of the lottery. Which is why you don't want the Raptors to. That's the dagger. Precious Achiuwa for 3. And Pop's calling a timeout. He's going to empty the bench. He's not going to get that rebound, Diego. He's coming out of the game. He's not going to get the rebound. Friday against the Jazz. Devin and Doug did not play well tonight. Dylan, I agree that they had a rough night. If you're leaving because this game, obviously, let's call it what it is. It's over. Would appreciate a thumbs up on the way out. I'll be here till the end. No problem, Kiyoshi. Let's see if he's still streaming. I forgot to see if you guys could do a raid for somebody that is streaming the game. Is he still alive? He is still alive. This young man, let's get him some views and some thumbs up. Can you go over to Mile High Sports and do a TSR raid on him? I would appreciate it if you could. See if we can get his likes up. He's only got 12. He's only got a couple people watching. He's watching the game. So yeah, if we could get him a TSR raid, I would appreciate that. He's a Raptors fan. I'm sure he's happy. So yeah, try to help folks out if I can. I see he's live. Congrats, Raptors fan. Barring something crazy happening at the end of this game, you have the game won. And a lot of Spurs fans are going to be happy about this because you guys, we have your first round pick right now. Zach Collins is in. Jacqueline, we got the Twin Towers, the much lesser version of the Twin Towers. Jacques Lindell and Zach Collins. Obi-Wan Kenobi trailer, is that a movie or a Disney Plus thing? That's got to be Disney Plus, right? No? Trey Jones misses the layup in the paint, and we're going to have a foul on Scotty Barnes. There we go. I see the TSR raid. Thank you, guys. I'm still going to put a Ghost Spurs go in his chat. Hopefully he sees the raid. He's looking. Yeah, he sees it now. All right. Awesome, guys. Appreciate you. That's awesome. I know when I was starting out, and if I had a smaller stream, having people run in and do a raid, it feels good. Zach Collins is at the line. He made the first free throw. He made the second free throw. Sorry, I was sleeping on the free throws. The Twin Cowards. Oh my goodness, that's harsh. Oh wow. 114.99, 2 minutes to go. Drive and a miss. I don't even know who that is for the Raptors. I didn't see who shot that. Oh, Siakam, he's still in the game? I thought why do the Raptors still have some of their starters in there, man? Get your guys. Why is Siakam in there? Now a huge collision between Trey Jones and Delano Banton. Banton goes down. He's probably gonna go to the line, maybe on the line for two. Pascal Siakam should not be playing in this game anymore. Rockets are beating the Lakers. We are going to lose Lonnie Walker free agency, and when y'all see him with another team, we will regret it. You paid all that money for it. What do you mean? Who's we? I didn't ask for Doug McDermott to come here. I don't think too many people did. Congrats, Raptors fans. In Bible, I trust. Yes. Go Spurs, go. Hey, my team's losing. I'll still support them. I'll be here to the end. Non-shooting foul, 114.99, a minute 45 to go. And did they take Siakam out? They did. Probably a smart move. So I don't know who any of these guys are for the Raptors anymore. Quite frankly, don't care. Just kidding. Demisel in there at the end for the Spurs for whatever reason. Joe Mama makes the signing. Devin drives to the paint, gets the layup, and one could have used that a long time ago. Rockets 136 to 125. The Lakers are probably tied. They're old. The Lakers are the oldest team in the NBA. Before games, what do you usually cover? Sneakers by Joe. I am a San Antonio Spurs fan, so I cover 95% of their games. I'm also a New York Giants fan, so I just started doing their content after years of struggling on and off. I'm now sticking with it. So we'll be covering the Giants live, play the Cowboys, Eagles, whoever. I will lightly cover the New York Yankees here and there. There's another bucket for the Raptors. And I'm a Kristen Kress fan more so than a United States Women's National Team fan. So if and when she starts playing again, I might cover a few United States Women's National Team games because I have not watched one in a while. Jacques Lindale out on three-point land, back to Trey Jones, 10 on the shot clock, less than a minute to go, and Trey Jones turns the ball over. And now a foul by Landale because we need more free throws. On my music channel, I cover whatever, just whatever. I just have fun on my music channel. It's so funny to watch Lakers struggle and still get so much. Yeah, Manny, they get tons of attention, and they're not good this year. They're on TV 30 times. Would you be interested? Rose City, if they got Bradley Beal, I wouldn't be against it. I don't see it happening. 2 free throws for the Raptors. First one's no good. Second one is good. 55 seconds to go. I don't know what the Spurs are going to do in free agency. I don't think we're going to get a big name. Historically, we don't. Jones calling for pick and roll. No pick, no roll. He's going to get into Zach Collins with 7 on the shot clock. Zach spins around into the paint and gets fouled. 2 more free throws. Great. A free throw fest at the end. Fire the entire Lakers team. The Rockets are the worst team in the Western Conference, aren't they? Collins' free throw is good. I think that's his first point of the game. It's your boy Rico. What language are you speaking? Jalen Green drops 32. Westbrook 30. LeBron 23, 14, and 12. Second 20. Still. So the Lakers are they going to lose? Good. They did lose 139-130. No offense, Carlos. It's nothing personal against Lakers fans or I don't like the super team thing they tried to do this year. They went hard in on trying to buy a championship, and it's failing. And a lot of fans are getting some happiness from that. I'm one of those. Joe Mama with the ball, pull up baseline jumper, no good. And the Raptors will just dribble it out. You got to get it past half court, my man. There you go. 119-104. Spurs lose by 15. Pop will not break the regular season win record tonight. They will be back versus the Utah Jazz. That is not going to be an easy game. I'll be alive for that. 8:30 p.m. as usual. Let's pull up the halftime or ending game stats. Some Spurs showed up tonight. Fortunately, some did not. Let's start off with the Raptors first. Scotty Barnes with 20 points. Pascal Siakam also actually Scotty Barnes and Pascal Siakam both went for 20 and 8, 20 points and 8 rebounds. Kem Birch with 4, Gary Trent Jr. with 17, Fred Van Fleet with 26. Off the bench, Precious Achiuwa with 13, including 3 of 5 from beyond the arc. Chris Boucher with 3, Delano Banton with 6, Thaddeus Young with 7 points and 7 boards. And then, whoops, the score just moved. Then Armani Brooks, Sivi Hakalugi with 0, Isaac Bongo with 1, and Utah Wannabe with 2. For our San Antonio Spurs, Kellen Johnson with 27 points tonight, only 3 of 9 from the arc, but he did have 27 points and 8 boards. Fortunately, all our starters had minuses. Doug McDermott with 7, only 2 of 7 from the field, 1 of 6 from beyond the arc. Dougie could not get it going. Jakob Poeltl with 11 and 12. Devin Vassell with 8 points. He also struggled from the field, 3 of 9. So Devin and Dougie, the double D connection, went 5 of 16. That's not going to get you a lot of wins. DeJounte Murray just short of a triple-double, 25, 9, and 12. And once again, Spurs fans, Daniel Barry, good evening. Styles Tex, thank you for stopping in. Nelly Jedi, thank you for stopping in. Murray, 10 assists in the first half. Looks like he's going to get a career high. And again, just the assists disappear in the second half. Still had a good game. 25, 9, and 12, plus 2 steals. Off the bench, Lonnie Walker, solid with 13. Struggled a little from the arc, 2 of 6. Trey Jones with 4. Josh Richardson with 3. Zach Collins with 4. Jacques Landale with 2. Joe Mama, Joe Wieskamp with a donut. Win or lose, you know me, guys. Go Spurs, go! So, I know some of you are happy. That'll help the Raptors and their play. And if the Raptors, they have to make the playoffs or we lose their first round pick next year. So, it sucks we lost, but I guess big picture, I guess it was for the best, but I'd still rather win. Hopefully we can beat the Jazz. My best friend's a Jazz fan, so beat the Jazz, beat them at home. Happy birthday, Coyote, if you didn't know that, and that's all I got. I want to thank you all so much for tuning in. Appreciate you. If you could hit the thumbs up on the way out, it still helps the channel, and hopefully see some of you Friday night. And Pop gets the all-time wins record for the regular season then. Until next time, what you gonna do when TSR Sports runs wild on you? Go Spurs, go!